Oh, Jesus Christ.
What?
Where the fuck is everybody? Besides you.
What do you mean? Everyone's late, including you. You're 7 minutes late.
Yeah, I know, I was putting the baby to sleep. And she went
That's
to sleep.
fine. I've been live for like 7 minutes.
Oh my god, I'm sorry. I
Okay,
apologize.
just sitting here in silence.
How do I sound?
Echoey.
Echoey.
Yeah, when I speak, I hear me.
Okay, hang on 1 second. Do you still hear yourself now?
I don't know. Let me see. No, I don't. Oh,
Okay,
yeah, I
that's all
did.
that. Oh, hang on. I should turn this down. You still hear yourself?
Doo doo doo. Yeah.
Loud?
Yeah.
What the hell? Hang on. Turn this all the way down. Okay, how about now?
Doo doo doo. Yeah.
Okay, do you hear it now?
Doo doo doo. Yeah.
Why are you hearing yourself?
Yeah. Hear it?
Why are you hearing yourself?
Yeah. Hear it?
Yeah, like a slight echo, yeah.
Yeah.
This is the Steel series I'm using right now.
Oh.
Maybe I should turn the volume down on this.
Maybe.
Okay, how about that?
Maybe. I didn't hear myself then.
Oh, maybe the volume's too high in the headset.
Could be. Yeah. Yeah, I don't hear it anymore.
Okay. Try one more thing. Hang on just a second. Okay, tell me if you're still hearing it.
Doo doo doo. Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, so it depends on how far I retract this mic and how loud the volume is of the headset.
Yeah.
But I can hear myself at least.
That's good.
Okay, so no echoing right now.
Nope.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she wouldn't sleep. I swear to God, this girl.
Mm.
She didn't want to go to sleep. She's screaming for me and then spent 25 minutes putting her to sleep and she opens her eyes. I'm like, okay. Your turn, Mom. I gotta say, I like this headset way more.
That's good.
This feels way better, way more comfortable than any of the ones I've had. It doesn't itch my ear as well. That was the thing I was getting with the Razer, was itching my ear. This take any longer to connect?
Mm-hmm.
I'm literally sitting at a screen just showing connecting the multiplayer game.
Yeah.
Let's try this again. Okay. Should be coming in now.
There you are.
Alrighty. We inside today. No Kevin either, huh? He's been working on late.
Yeah, he said he's gonna be late for this one.
Gotcha.
He worked till 10.
Gotcha. Alright. Wait, where are you?
Oh, outside.
What? I was just outside. I didn't see you sitting over there. Swear to God, I was outside. Ah, there you are now.
Yeah.
You fell from the sky.
Yeah, I floated all the way to the top.
Gotcha. 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 That's your silence area, huh?
Honestly, I was doing something.
Okay. Okay, I'll leave it at that. Just set myself live real quick. 138. All right. Here we are again, folks. Sorry about being late. I know Adam's been live for a while, but on the Twitch side we were late. I apologize. I was trying to put my daughter to sleep, like I explained earlier to Adam. But here we are again. Desonoto should be popping in any second now. He's already in the chat here. Kevin, hey Desonoto. Kevin will be late. But Adam, you're here with me. How are we all doing tonight, folks?
Good.
Adam, again, I apologize for you sitting here in silence.
It's alright.
Like we normally start this out. Gentlemen, what did we all do last week? Actually, I can start us off, if anything, if that's okay.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I played some more Ghostwire Tokyo. I don't think I played any other game besides Ghostwire Tokyo. That's all I played, I think, because I didn't start up
Wow.
Call of Duty at all. Uh, as per my co-host's advice here, I should stop playing Call of Duty, especially when Daddy's not on.
I
So,
agree.
yeah, I'm taking that advice a little bit better, I think.
You didn't
I've
do
stopped.
Caligula effect?
No, nothing. I just
Wow.
played Ghostwire.
Wow.
Yeah, I only booted up my PlayStation maybe 3 times.
It's fair.
I don't think I was on every night.
We're not.
No, I wasn't on every night. Um, I did watch uh Joker.
Oh my God.
Now, hold on. Hold on. Before you go into that, we're saving that
Yes, yeah, I
for a
just saying
topic.
I did.
So, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I
Cool.
just did.
Glad. I'm
Yeah,
glad. Yeah, I don't want to hear any. I don't want to hear any thoughts on it yet.
I did
So,
not watch 500 Days
Oh my
you had
to
a
God.
Summer.
choice between the two. So,
I know. I'm sorry. I think I was trying to get both of them for you, so I can give you.
hey,
I can get
hey,
both.
that's okay.
Yeah.
Guess what? I watched both. Because I knew you'd watch one of them and we'd talk about it, so I just watched
Hmm.
both. So I was up to date on them.
All right. Cool.
So,
Um, I think that's all I did. I don't think I did
alright,
anything else.
cool.
Adam, what'd you do?
I mostly watched Fringe. Um, I'm on season 2. I'm like 3 episodes away from season 3. So I'm about 36 episodes in ish. Or 37, I think. So
Hmm.
I'm getting through that pretty good still. I don't think I played anything. Today I booted up Horizon Forbidden West in Days Gone, but it was to complete PlayStation Star campaigns.
Oh, I have to
Um,
check that. I forgot about that.
yeah, you always have to you have to accept them and do that. But I did the Days Gone is like an infected one that you can do. You can also do Last of Us remastered, but part 1 doesn't count for some reason. I'm like, what the fuck? You could
Yeah, I
also do
think it.
Death Stranding, but I haven't played Death Stranding, and I'm playing that on my ult, so it wouldn't have worked. Um, and then Forbidden West, I started that up because it was also part of a campaign for the PlayStation Plus collection one, and then also it's Aloy's birthday today. She will be born in 998 more years. So get excited.
That's what you meant when you put that in the chat. I couldn't
Yeah,
understand. I was
negative
like, either it's her.
998. Yeah,
Yeah, either it's like I thought it might have been her birthday, but I didn't know 110%. So
I'm pretty sure I said her birthday. Did I not?
maybe I didn't read that. It's been a long
Yeah,
day
I
for
don't
me
think you
today.
read that.
I've been at work since 7 o'clock in the morning. So
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I didn't.
yeah,
Oh, I just put she is negative 998 today.
yeah.
Yeah,
I should have just anticipated it was her birthday
yeah,
at
it's
that
her
point.
birthday, April 4th.
Yeah, yeah.
So
All
very
right.
exciting. Oh, also I watched Bridge of Spies,
Mm-hmm.
which Kevin told me to watch. We'll talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, oh, and then also I've been playing Overwatch 2 with my friend Alex. He uh, he asked me like a week ago to
What?
play it. Yeah, I know, right? He asked me like a week ago to play it, and I was like, I don't do multiplayer games. And then I was like, you know what? Fuck it, why not? Like 4 days ago or last Thursday, I was like, fine, I'll play. Or it might have been Wednesday. I said I'll play, and then we played
It
on.
was Wednesday. You talked to me
Yeah,
that night, telling me you were doing that.
yeah, yeah, and then played it. And then the last like 5 or 6 days, I put about 10 hours into it with him. Um,
Wow.
yeah, I mean like it's free. It's on PC. I'm playing on PC. Classic PC
Oh.
gamer Adam. I know, right?
Wow.
It is crossplay. Um, but we're looking for more players. So if anybody wants to play, we usually play from like 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. some nights. So if anybody's available, let me know. I'll see if he wants to play it. My friend hates everyone, so it'll be fun. But yeah, I've been playing that. Mostly playing as Soldier 76. Also doing a little bit of Winston. Also for April Fools, everybody had googly eyes. And then Winston would only go, Winston. That's the only thing he would
I
say. And
want
he
to
would
be
say it
Winston.
like every 30 seconds. Also, Tracer sucks. Everyone who plays a Tracer sucks.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty good with Reaper. I don't understand all the characters and how close you have to be for a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if he wasn't playing it, I wouldn't be playing it.
I'd never catch you playing that game. It's just because somebody
Absolutely
asked you to
not.
play it.
Absolutely not. Next week, will I be at 20 hours or 30? I don't know, if I'm honest. I don't know. I already feel like it's boring, but at the same time, I'm having fun with my friend Alex. We haven't played a game together since Gears 4, I think.
Hmm.
And that was back in 2014, 15, somewhere around there. Like, it's been
Do
a
you think
while.
you're developing a complex like me and Daddy when we play Call of Duty? Even though we hate it, we just play it.
No, because I don't
No.
think the game's bad in any regard. Like I don't get annoyed. I only get annoyed when somebody plays a certain character and they're
Okay.
wrecking me. But that's a personal struggle I have because I know I have to switch characters. Because I'm like, okay, clearly this person is playing a character that's good against Soldier 76. I gotta switch it up, change to a different character, throw them off, kill them, and then maybe I can go back to Soldier 76. It depends where the game's going and how I'm
Mm-hmm.
supporting my team. So, like, I don't think there's issues with the game. I think it's a perfectly fine game. It is the most game I've ever gamed. You know, it's a game. That's it. I'm I
Alrighty.
I have no positives and no negatives in regards to the actual game. Shooting's capable. You can shoot. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I feel like I'm moving. You know, I literally have nothing about the game. It loads quick. That's cool. That's a positive, I guess. Like we're finding matches super quick. We're constantly in a match.
That's
Oh,
good.
and when we're playing it, my friend Alex goes, "Let's keep this pain train rolling," because in the amount of time we've played, I think because we're a two-person team, we're being paired with a bunch of singles who fucking don't listen or do anything, even if you use the commands in the game. And they just run in or trickle in and just get killed over and over. Meanwhile, Alex and I are teaming up and like pushing like the best numbers for our team, which sucks. So, and then we're going against people who seem to be communicating 90% of the time. So that sucks. That sucks pretty bad. But yeah, we're trying to find somebody else. But I don't know. Tesanoto maybe play. You play PC. You're a PC gamer now.
Hmm.
Yeah, well, that's a no.
Sometimes.
Yeah, but I asked
I'd say
Kevin.
like half and half.
Yeah,
Anything.
yeah. I mean, I built my PC just for one game. It just works for other games too. So,
Mm-hmm.
but City Skylines 2 might have to upgrade my PC. But yeah, yeah, that's it.
Cool. Kevin, welcome. How are you
Hi.
doing, Daddy?
Doing alright, doing alright.
All right, Kevin. Let's start. Let's continue this.
Let's
This. What he
start.
say? This. Let's continue this pain train. Is that what he
Yeah,
said?
pain train. Let's
Okay.
keep the pain train rolling.
Let's keep the pain train rolling. Kevin, what'd you do last week?
What did I do last week? I
Mm-hmm.
don't even remember. In all
Alrighty then.
honesty, I know I barely remember what I've played. It feels like nothing. I don't
I
remember if
don't.
I played Call of Duty or not. I don't think I did.
No, we didn't play Call of Duty.
Kev,
So
you
I
were
have played,
on the other day, Kevin. We were talking.
yep, I played about an hour, 45 minutes or so of Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, and
Mhm.
that's through PS Plus Extra. And I played 20 minutes of the Resident Evil 4 demo.
We'll go into that. Hold that. We've got a separate topic for that. We're not doing under
Okay, that's
games
fine.
because you weren't here for Bridge of Spies, so I wanted to save it.
Okay. And then I played about 30 minutes of Counter Strike. That's it.
Wow.
Cool. Wow. Well, Daddy, hopefully we start Tiny
We
Tina's.
we we
Either that
all
or we play
weren't
Call of
we
Duty.
all weren't gaming this week.
Yeah, it's
I've
been
been
a stressful
Yeah.
week at work, I think.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Genesis has a
This
baby
week
coming. There's too much stress. You know what I mean?
this week is spring break, so we're open every day.
Oh.
And
Yeah,
on
every
top
time
of
I
that,
pass by,
I've had new software released in my area, so I'm checking that and debugging it and all kinds of fun. It's been a
Fun.
very
Every
busy
time,
week.
every time I pass by your place of work, it's always packed. 110% is always
It's
packed.
crazy. It's crazy.
It's ridiculous. I'm
Come by
passing
on a
in early in
Saturday
the morning.
sometime.
Oh my God, that day I think I drove over to work. I drove to Niagara Falls to go pick up a phone, and I was passing by you to hop on the highway over there, and I think it was there was no space, and people were like parking
Yep.
in the Red Lobster and all these
Yep.
parking lot just to walk over.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. It was so packed,
Uh,
people were playing laser tag outside.
yeah.
Dude, I wish that'd be fucking great.
Don't you have like a? I think you had don't you have like a go kart thing in the back as well?
That is, yes, there. It is going to be going away to make room for a whole new outdoor thing.
Oh, it's finally happening soon?
Oh, in theory.
Oh, still at
Everything
that
In
else has
theory.
stage.
actually been going very quickly. Ever since the full bar and everything, the brand new bar, like, got
Yeah.
completed, everything's been going.
Oh, good. Good. Also, who's opening a Tootsie Roll? What does that sound?
Oh, I'm opening a Lunchable.
Oh.
You gotta wait. Okay.
Hold on. Which one?
Ooh, pepperoni pizza.
Oh, I hate those ones. Okay. Continue.
Wow, okay.
I'll tell you what, though. I have a bad Lunchable opinion because I used to get made fun of in school a lot because I really like the cheeseburger one.
Oh my god.
And
What?
everybody's like, why are you eating cold meat? I'm like, guys, it's good and they sell it. It's probably safe.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
it's
don't
safe.
sell that one anymore, I don't think, because it
No.
probably wasn't
No,
safe.
because no, it was just unpopular.
Oh man, it's because I graduated school.
Yeah, there you go.
True. Facts.
All right, Destinato, what'd you do?
um, hmm,
Wait, did I watch something?
did you?
Oh, I was watching the
Thank
new
you,
season of
Destiny.
Bob's Burgers. There you go. That's another thing. I actually did that
Oh,
more than play video games. All right,
we're all watching
sorry.
stuff.
I was also watching stuff.
Oh, good.
If Kevin's done, are you
He
done?
is. Yeah, you're
Okay.
good.
Um, yeah, I was watching more Peaky Blinders.
Bakey and blinders.
Oh, it's oh fuck, man, it's oh fuck.
Yeah,
I just started season 5, episode 1, and shit is going down.
shit's real.
My brother Alfie, oh man,
Oh man.
I'm so sad.
Oh, hey man. Don't worry.
Oh
Don't
god,
worry.
and they gave me like the biggest scare I think of the season with them fake killing Arthur.
Oh,
Like
yep,
what?
yep, yep.
You
Okay.
showed this guy strangled out on the floor,
Yeah.
and oh god, the plans. I
When
love the plans though. I love the plans.
when I saw that, I was like,
Oh
"There's
my
no way. There's
god. I was like,
absolutely no way."
how are you gonna kill Arthur?
Yeah. But then it kept going, and I was like, "There's no way. There's
Yeah.
no way." But
Everything's
then,
just moving on, and
yeah. But then he
poor
gets the
Finn.
final kill. So
Yeah, yeah. I
he's
was like,
like,
there
"Well,
has to be. Tommy has some fucking plan, right? They didn't just kill your brother, and he's signing over his entire life over to fucking
the
Luca
Lucas Shangreta or the Shangreta family or
Shang
the other families."
Shangreta. Like, come on, man. And then they're in the brewery, and he walks in with his bunch of Italians behind him, and oh, he's flabbergasted. After what
Mm-hmm.
Tommy tells him, he's like, I got in contact with this guy in New Jersey, and you're fucked. You're done. Get the fuck out of here. And yeah, Arthur walks in, and his fucking, oh man, he's like light shining behind him, fucking walking in, so cool. And
Mm-hmm.
Poor Finn, he had no idea. He was so sad too.
Oh, I know.
And
Finn never knows.
Yeah. They are delving more into his character. I saw in this first episode or so. I guess we'll see more of
It's
that.
his
But
bad character. He sucks.
oh,
He's such a non-person.
he doesn't seem. He seems like he wants to be one of them, but he's.
He doesn't have the violence.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Anything
mean, he's
else to
also
say?
like still kind of like more of a kid's age, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
He's
He's
what,
still
18
young.
maybe?
Yeah.
So
Fucking Michael sucks.
Michael's oh man, that's a character.
That's something. That's
That is
oh
something. He was this little boy on some farm, and then he comes and becomes like their New
finance
York.
guy and
Yeah, he's a
yeah,
finance guy, then he's a gangster, and all the girls want to fuck him,
good
and
looking
then
guy. Good looking guy.
yeah, he is a good looking guy. And
He
then he's
sucks.
moved to New York, and shit's going down, and that's all kind of all I saw after that. I don't think I finished the episode. It's right towards the end though.
That's fair.
Um, but what else did I see?
Did you play anything?
Uh, not too much. I was supposed to be done with RE4 by now, but
Mm.
I kept doing other things like playing League and Master Duel, and then watching something, and then I never got
Genesis, you got
back
a
into it
question
too much.
for him?
You know, I do have a question for him. I had asked this son of a bitch to play a game last week, and I don't think he did. Desnoto, did you play Resident Evil 8?
No.
Mm.
Second week. You have not participated in this.
No Blue Lock, no Jormungand, no RE8. Okay, I
Hmm,
see how it's going. I see how it's going, Desnoto. I see.
it's going.
Yeah, we're gonna have to put you in the timeout box for a little bit, aren't we?
Oh.
Kill him.
Oh.
Well, now let's not get too hasty there. If he forgets one more week, then yeah, we kill him.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, let's just put him in the timeout box for now. I'm sure he'll learn his lesson. So, all right, that's all. Let's move on to our next topic here.
Was
Oh
that
man.
all?
Oh
Oh, well, all right then,
no.
keep going.
Oh, I played like an hour or so of RE4 yesterday. I was mostly doing the shooting gallery things, um, where you pretty much go where the merchant is, and you go down in the elevator, and there's a shooting gallery downstairs where you can play the games to kind of shoot as many targets as you can, and then get a higher score and shoot
Ooh.
the skulls, and you get these tokens that you can put into a vending machine, and it's kind of like a gacha, but it's also like kind of scripted based on what um, color tokens you use to put it in, and like the sequence of them and stuff. But they pretty much give you charms that you can put on your briefcase, which are brand new in this game, in the remake, that give you perks like bonus handgun ammo crafting, um, where you get more handgun ammo when you craft it, or shotgun shells, or rifle ammo, or stuff is on sale in the shop. Like I got a Leon charm that gets 20% off the rocket launcher in the shop, and that shit costs 160k. Um, a lot more than the original, but the original also didn't have as many treasures as this one, for sure. Nor as many like merchant request, like these blue papers that are scattered throughout the game that pretty much you do the request. Um, and you get spinels, and the spinels are used to trade. So there's a trade window now in this game as well. where you can trade the spindles for special things like other treasures or special weapons, stuff like that. But yeah, so I was just doing the shooting gallery to kind of get higher um, ranks on all the difficulties and get more of those tokens and get some charms. Um, I actually, well, I watched um, John Wick Chapter 4 last Friday. Fucking amazing.
Where does it rank?
Fucking, um, hmm. The first one's still the best
Agree.
because I think it had the strongest motivation for him as well,
Yeah.
like story wise.
Story wise, it's the best, even though it has the worst third
Yeah,
act.
yeah. But it's still like I could watch that as many times as I want,
Yeah, the first hour and
and
a half is amazing of that movie.
yeah, just an incredible piece of film.
Yeah.
Um, and then I don't know. I think I have to. Hmm, I think I have to watch 2 and 3 again. I haven't
Okay.
watched it recently. I only watched the first one recently. Um, but 4 might be like a close second to the other two.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, there like the non-stop action and shooting and fighting and swords and bulletproof suits.
Yeah, yeah. I just talked to C-Mobile earlier or yesterday. He was on last night. I was talking to him. That's what I'm calling him now, by the way.
Yeah, no, you did put that in the chat. I forgot that
Yeah,
you were gonna
yeah.
call him that. C-Mobile, huh?
I like it. I think it works. But I
He
talked
does
to
advocate every
him.
Tuesday.
Yeah, yeah. I talked to him yesterday, and we were talking about like I had issues with the film. I liked 4 a lot, but I
Hmm.
also it was so long,
It was a
and
long movie.
and
Yeah.
it felt long at parts. Almost every single action scene started off cool, then I kind of like zoned out in the middle of it, and then I'm back in by the end of it. Like, it just felt like a lot of things could have been cut down. And then I was complaining about how everybody has bulletproof suits, and 90% of the fighting is people holding their jackets up to their face, blocking bullets. And I'm like, once you notice that, it's so stupid just to keep seeing that over and over and over. Also, I thought the CGI was bad in a lot of scenes, especially the roundabout around the Arc de Triomphe in Paris.
Mm.
There was just a lot of fake looking car crashes when in 2 the car crashes were so fucking real, it was insane. And this one, you can't do something like that practically. It would be a logistical nightmare and would cost literally hundreds of millions of dollars to close down that intersection. But at the same
Yeah.
time, it just looked bad. And I was like, ugh. But also, when he's walking around with that fire shotgun, and then it goes top down, one of the greatest action shots in cinema history.
Yeah, nobody's really ever done that
It's
kind
a
of thing.
yeah,
It's so
it's a
cool.
oneer, and it looks beautiful. And if there are any cuts, I have no idea. It's so good, and it's a tale of two movies for me. I think it has some of the craziest set pieces in action,
Yeah.
and then also like
The stairs.
I like the stairs. I think it's funny, but I like the
Yeah,
stairs
it is funny.
also. But now, I don't know if you noticed this. I think you would because you're also a fan of Donnie Yen. But
Hmm.
did he look like he was everybody else was going slow compared to him?
He was definitely more clean cut in his moves
Yeah.
and every single thing that he did than everybody else. Even I think even Keanu Reeves,
Yeah. Like
because he
there's
was
so
mostly
much more
like,
experience.
yeah,
Yeah.
and also him being John Wick, he's more. I guess the way they molded that character throughout the movies is he knows guns and he knows fighting, but the fighting that he does is not like martial arts fighting. It's
No,
more
no.
like wrestling,
It's like a
flipping
Krav
people
Maga
over.
almost.
Oh,
I don't know if you
what
know
is that?
Krav Maga.
No.
It's what Batman used in the Dark Knight trilogy.
Oh, okay.
Where
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
elbows and kicks, and it's
yeah,
also wrestling moves. Keanu does a lot too, where he goes and like pins an arm or like flips over them.
yeah. A lot of
It's
flipping.
it's a lot of tactical, like, I don't know, like kind of fighting,
Yeah.
realistic fighting. But Donnie Yen in this movie is so, I still think he's underutilized. Except in there's scenes where he's like the best thing of the movie, where he's just
Oh
flying
man.
through. But when I think of Donnie Yen movies, I'm not gonna think of this one. I'm not gonna be like, oh, Donnie Yen has been great movies, Ip Man and that one against the 10 black belts, or what was that one? Bullet or Hard Target or Bullet Point, or whatever all those movies he's in, where he has a like 10-minute fight against 80 people. It's so good. In this one, he's fighting people, but then it looks like he's slowing himself down to meet up with the stunt people. And I'm like, oh, that's okay. Because I know I've seen Donnie Yen go so much faster. Also,
hmm
second major Western film, Donnie Yen is blind in. What the hell is going on? Why is he blind in this one? He was also blind in Star Wars Rogue One. Like, he's just a blind swordsman in everything now. I don't know what the hell's
I
happening.
I guess they were making him out to be like someone who's like equal to John without vision, right? He's able
Oh
to
yeah,
pretty much do everything he can, but he doesn't have he's blind, and all he's relying on is the sound and feeling,
yeah, he.
which
Oh,
is
he's
which
great.
is really fucking crazy.
Especially when he's eating the noodles and then putting the doorbells down. Like, it's pure comedy and like action galore. It's beautiful. And
He's
then
eating the
his
noodles,
sword fight.
and the guy's just looking at him. He's like, "Are you gonna
Yeah.
do anything?" It's
Then
like,
his
"Hold
sword
on,
fight
hold
is
on."
sad. Like with the Japanese guy. I always forget his name. He's
Oh
in literally
yeah,
everything. His
yeah,
sword
he's in
fight
a
with
lot
him
of
is
stuff.
sad.
Oh yeah,
Um,
because he
did
didn't
you
want to kill him or anything.
now? Did you see the after credit scene?
I did.
Okay. Now that I would see. I if that's a movie going
If
forward, I'm in.
they give over the mantle to Donnie Yen,
Yeah, I'm in. Absolutely
I'm
in.
also in. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Show me his story before he was
absolutely.
blinded.
Yeah,
Because he gave his eyes was part of his story in the movie.
he
I want to
said
see before that.
he said something.
They
Did he
were
say he
like,
gave it, or I feel like he said something else.
because he was talking to that tracker, and that
Yeah.
tracker's like, they're gonna take your eyes, and he's like, or did they take your eyes? And he's like, no, I gave them up because they were gonna take his daughter or something. They've been holding his daughter
Oh,
over him for a while, or they
yeah.
wanted to take his wife and daughter, but they killed his wife, so he took his eyes and kept his daughter alive. It was something like that. It's kind of like unknown, and I just
Yeah,
want to
it's still
see.
yeah.
Because Donnie Yen, older guy, but you can make him look young. He looked young in this. That man doesn't age. He's in that prime of his life where he's just not aging yet.
hmm
So I would totally watch a
Oh my
John Wick
God.
spin-off with Donnie Yen and that daughter. Like, oh my God, be so good.
Even show some history between the two of them because they seem like they know each
Yeah,
other for a while
Keanu
too.
could pop up.
Yeah.
Like, I would love that
Oh man, there's so much they could do.
so much. Nobody here cares about John Wick spoilers, right?
No.
I didn't think so. John Wick dies. Um,
I was I was I was
do you
kind of
believe
shocked
that?
by that.
Do you believe it?
Um, I was thinking about it. I was like, maybe is this something like Batman? Is this
Okay, interesting.
is this where like he you know he's dead to everyone, but he's still alive somewhere else, not being John Wick anymore. But also, what else does he have? Right? There's nothing else for him in the world, really.
So, C Mobile and we talked about this as well. I don't think he died. I think Winston and the homeless king, Lawrence Fishburne, I forget
Happy
his character.
Winston.
I think I think they allowed him, like, the rumor of his death to spread so he can
Mhm.
actually live in retirement.
Right. That could.
Because
Yeah.
I also think he's at the funeral of himself, like standing there, because you see the dog look over at somebody before,
Oh,
and but they don't show what the dog looks at, and then it ends, and then they all walk away, and I'm like, I doubt he's dead.
I didn't notice that, but yeah, that's what I was thinking too. That maybe he's just dead to anybody who knows him,
Genesis, what
kind
are
of.
you eating?
Nothing. I just drank something.
Oh my god, it was so wet sounding. I didn't like that at all.
Oh, I'm sorry. This mic's picking up too much.
Yeah, it is.
Apologize, make it wetter.
Make it better. Oh my
Yes.
god.
It sounded like
Right,
after you have diarrhea and you put your finger in your butthole and kind of go, you know what I'm talking about?
I mean, I'm not trying to make that many sounds, but this mic is. I have to adjust the sensitivity of this mic. It's picking up way too much.
Yeah, yeah. Are you peeing right now? Did you pee a little bit? I heard a little pee come out of your penis.
No, I
Heard a
haven't
little pee
moved.
come out of your penis. Kevin, please confirm.
What?
Please confirm. Little pee came out of his penis.
No, I can't. I'm not there. Can't confirm it.
Kevin, drive over to his house and tap his crotch for me.
Stop it.
John Wick Chapter 4, overall real good. A little long. Why'd they replace the brown guy? I don't know. In the very beginning. Different brown guy.
Which brown guy?
The brown guy, he walks up to that guy in the desert, and he's like, hey.
Oh,
And that brown guy's it's not the same actor, and they have a throwaway
yeah.
line being like, like my predecessor, it doesn't matter if I die, I'll just be replaced. John Wick's like, yeah, I don't, okay. And then shoots
Did you
him.
find out if I peed?
No, I don't care.
Oh, okay. He left and he came over and he tapped my crotch and he went back.
Kevin doesn't drive that fast.
So,
I drove.
yeah.
Oh my god, Kevin's a runner. Wow.
I did have one other gripe about this movie. The actor who plays the villain, he's a really good actor, but his French accent was pretty
Horrible.
fucking bad.
Oh my god. I was
It
not
was
going to bring that up, but C-Mobile and I, we talked about every gripe we had with the movie, everything we liked, and then at the end I was like, also, I fucking love Bill Skarsgård. I loved him in It.
Yeah.
I think he's great wherever he pops up. He's won
He's
a
also
Norwegian
Mr. Robot.
acting award. Oh, is he really? Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
It's on my list. Once I swear I'll get to that. But I've seen him. I've seen the movie he won a Norwegian acting award for, where he was like this charismatic banker. Where Genesis, you'll like this. Where the people who fall in love with their captors, where that term comes from. I can't think of it right now.
Oh, Stockholm Syndrome.
Stockholm Syndrome. He played that guy. And
Genesis, you like that?
yeah, well, that's an old joke for us.
Yeah,
And also maybe truth. What conspiracy theory? Well, never
Who
mind.
knows?
But
Nobody knows.
Actually, he's not a Mr. Robot. It's somebody else who looks
wow,
similar.
is it a different?
Never
Is it
mind.
Alexander Skarsgård?
No, it's Martin Wallstrom.
Oh, I think
I
I
don't
know
know
who
why
you're
this
talking
guy
about.
reminded me of him.
I think I know who you're talking about. He's in oh god, what the hell is he in? Oh god. Oh, I can't think of him. Whatever. But he's great and everything, but his French accent, I don't know if it's not accurate, all right? There's a lot of French dialects. But the way he speaks is so comical most of the time. It's stupid. I don't know if it's just I hate the French. I mean, I've heard French bad guys. They can sound bad. I've seen French films. They can sound bad. This man was like, "Are you Mr. Wick? I will kill your family, Mr. Wick, even though you have no family. My regards to your wife, Mr. Wick." It's like, all right, man. Like, why get a Norwegian guy to play a French guy that we've never heard of and has never been brought up? The
Yeah.
High Table is still not this guy. We keep hearing about the high table. Mr.
Yeah.
Krabs comes in this movie, and he's like, yeah, and he comes in and he's like, the French guy, he's in charge. But also, there's a high table and they're in charge, and I work for the high table, so technically I'm higher than the French guy, even though the French guy's father was in charge of everything, I think. I don't know. The world is too complicated now. So that sucked.
Yeah, it's getting very expanded. And,
Yeah, this movie was
still
bloated.
No high table.
This movie was bloated, and I would like to think that the high table is like just fat guys. Also, shout out to Scott Adkins who played that fat guy.
Oh man, I didn't know that was him until I saw some article afterwards.
I saw his face, and I'm like, oh, this fat guy can fight. And this man has wanted to play Batman for like 20 years, and nobody will ever allow him because he's a bad actor. But also, one of the best parts of the whole movie. That guy's fucking weird ass accent. Yeah, weird accent, doesn't die, just a big fatty man just being fat and kicking ass. And it's so funny watching him kick ass, but also props to that fat suit. He looked like a real fat guy.
He did.
Yeah, but also
that's why
it was
I didn't
Scott
recognize him.
Oh, he has Scott Adkins' face. He's honestly one of the better performances I've seen of Scott Adkins. Like super talented stuntman. Genesis, you would know this man. He's the one in the first Doctor Strange. He's the bad guy who fights the Cape, and then ends up getting killed in the Strange Hall of Wonders, wherever the hell his home is.
Okay.
So he's popped up in like literally every action movie for the last, I don't know, 15, 20 years. But,
Scott Adkins.
Yeah.
Also an It Man.
Also an It Man. Yep.
Did he sponsor Adkins bars?
No, Adkins, not Atkins.
Adkins. Oh, I'm sorry.
But yeah, he was great. The Tracker, I like the Tracker guy. He was fun. Nothing really about him though, but he was fun. But yeah, John Wick 4. I'd probably rank it third in the movies. I think I like 1, 3, 4, 2. I think I like the story of 2 more than 3 or 4. But I think the action of 2 is kind of boring. Other than the pencil scene and like a couple other action scenes. I think 3 is the best mix of story and action. Because it's like that knife fight scene is cool, and then the raid guys fighting them is cool, and then that ending fight with that Mark Dukakis guy where he gets stabbed in the chest with a sword, and he gets up and he's like, "This is a pretty good fight, right, Jen?" Like, dude, what the fuck? So, yeah, big fan. Good stuff. Can't wait for Ballerina, summer 2024.
So many spin-offs of John Wick. Is there Ballerina and then something with
The
Johnny
Continental? It's a show coming out, which is going to be weird because they killed Sharon.
Yeah.
Which is bullshit, by the way. They should have killed Winston.
Yeah, that was so weird to see that in the movie. I was like, wow, they just killed them right at the beginning.
I know. By the way, that's Lance Reddick, if nobody remembers. They killed him in the movie in the first 15 minutes.
And now he's not even here anymore either.
Yeah. Which sucked.
Yeah.
Sucked real bad. Because I was like, oh. I mean, that was lucky of them to kill them off.
I thought he would have had a bigger part.
So did I. Biggest part in 3. That's why 3's better than 4. I'm just saying. But yeah, they killed him off, and then it's like, Winston is like, I'm getting revenge for my friend. I'm like, I don't like you, Winston. You shot John Wick off a roof. Like, he forgave him so quickly. I was like, wow, there was no resolution to that. There was no,
he fell off a very tall building's roof.
Well, he hit awnings and other roofs on his way down.
But still.
Also, in this movie, he falls off a bunch of roofs onto cars.
Oh my god!
A dog falls off a roof and lives. Like there's so many dumb scenes in John Wick Chapter 4. There's so many ones where I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I know we're supposed to have some sort of, like, disbelief, but at the same time, John, you're in a bulletproof suit. You're not in padding. Also, bulletproof suits and arrows are going through them. Is that how armor works? I don't know. I don't know.
You know who'd know, Kevin?
Kevin? Arrows. Bulletproof armor. Is it stopping an arrow?
Does Kevlar stop an arrow?
I think it might depend on the arrow.
They probably had some special arrows.
Why
But
would it?
everybody else had special bullets, and then they made suits that blocked them. The movie breaks its own
That's
reality.
impossible. So.
Kevin, it breaks. There's disbelief. The bulletproof suits kind of pop up in one, but not really. They kind of can block bullets sometimes. In two, they're more prevalent, and a couple people have them. In three, everybody has them, and then also there's these special army types that are even more bulletproof. And then in four, there's special army types that are just as bulletproof as the suits, not special bulletproof. And the suits are super bulletproof now. It makes no sense.
Well,
No,
also the
well,
only people who have those suits are the marquee people.
The marquee people also sent those people in the beginning of 4, and those suits were not as bulletproof as they were in 3. Because John Wick had to use like a 12 gauge shotgun and then like
Hmm.
armor piercing rounds, and he would have to shoot them like 11 times. In this one, he was just using his pistol and hitting like key points. And I'm like, okay, that still, I guess, makes sense. But also, you're ruining your movie from 3. Like, 4, I don't know. It felt like it was written by somebody else. It was weird.
Was a little weird.
Still like it. Still recommend it. It's weird.
Oh yes.
This
I
is the
mean,
Call of Duty of movies.
bulletproof armor, unless they've made giant strides I'm unaware of. Like,
No, that's all fake.
yeah, even if it stops bullets as well as it does in movies, you're still getting hit with that, and you will die. You will break ribs.
Oh yeah, no one's arguing that at all.
Yeah. So,
Suspension of disbelief is here, but also arrows go through them. So what the fuck? I don't understand.
yeah, arrows. I mean, well, that's not entirely true because certain arrows probably wouldn't. There's some that are like more rounded. Those are probably more crossbow bolts than arrows, but there's definitely arrows that would go through it with no issue.
Mm. Okay.
See,
And
I
oh my
totally
god,
know.
and then I don't know what happened in the scene, but like most arrows, the going in, that's nothing. Coming out, that's everything.
No, it was like if somebody got shot with an arrow, they would just die. Or one guy got shot in the arm with an arrow, and he pulled the arrow out and continued fighting. He also got hit by a car. He also got burned. He also got thrown out the window and fell a couple stories. He also got shot twice and then thrown down the stairs, shot, stabbed, and then a dog bit his balls, and then he got shot in the head, and then he finally died. Remember that guy, Destinoto? The main fighting bad guy
Yeah,
who
yeah.
had infinite health, and then he would walk away, find a health pack, but then also keep up with everybody. It's like, what the fuck?
Sounds great.
Yeah. This movie went from the first one went from grounded in reality to, wow, this is kind of cool, to a heightened reality. Now it's cartoon land. And if they made a 5, I'd show up the first weekend like I did last time. You know what I mean? Because I had a good time. It's the fallout of movies. You understand?
But if he's dead, are they gonna make a 5?
I don't think he's dead, but also I think they could still continue it. I mean, he's going to pop up in Ballerina, which I think is a prequel. They haven't confirmed. I don't know. But that's that.
All right, Kevin, you got a topic for us this week?
Nope.
All right,
Cool.
Adam, we're moving into your topic.
Cool, Kevin. We'll start with you since you usually go first. So we'll start with you, Kevin. You played 20 minutes of the RE4 demo. Tell us about that.
I did. I played 20 minutes of the RE4 demo. Lots of thoughts. First thought, unless they've made some significant changes between the demo and the full game with the control or movement, or unless I missed an option That movement feels like you have a 120-pound backpack on you at all times.
The option, I felt the same way, Kevin.
Okay.
Just just increase the sensitivity for what did I do? I think it was movement and ADS, and you should be okay. It for
Okay.
some reason Capcom decides to think that people want to have a 120-pound backpack strapped to them as they play
But you
games.
know what I mean. Okay, this is
Yeah,
good. This is
I
good.
exactly know what you mean, and I
Because
had to fix
aside
it.
from that, this was a really good game. But the
Yeah.
movement was shit. Oh my god, the movement immediately upon me just walking forward, I was like, what the fuck is this?
You could tell he was going to say it was a good game, because even though he complained about the movement, he still got 20 minutes in.
I only had that much time. It wasn't like, okay, I'm done. I had to leave for work.
If you hated the game and the movement, you would have gave it 5 minutes and then dipped.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah,
That
yeah, I
clearly there was
completely.
something.
No, it's a neat game. Will I get it at some point? I will replay the demo. I kept the demo installed because I wanted to hear from others if there were things I missed in the options. Because let me tell you something about this options menu. This is another gripe I have.
There's a
Who the
lot.
fuck at Capcom? This isn't even no. You know what? This isn't RE4. This is Capcom. Who in Capcom has absolutely no idea how to make an options menu and fire that person?
Yep.
Capcom has to reword everything in an options menu. There's words in these graphic settings. I have no idea. What the hell is sRGB? What even is that? I've never seen these combinations of letters before.
I
And
had
then
to do a lot of adjusting in
they were
that
like,
too.
look at this, look at this. This is on. This is on with chromatic aberration, and this is off. And there's pictures showing you the difference. I see no difference.
Chromatic aberration is just like the foliage looked a little bit like a little different. That's the only thing I could tell with those pictures.
Because
This
that's
is
not what
also,
chromatic means.
yeah, no, I was like, what the fuck does,
Like,
what does that have to do
oh
with
my
this?
god.
This is also the only game, unless I'm wrong, this is the only game that I know of that you can put the 120 hertz, uh, the 120 FPS along with ray tracing at the same time. I do not know of any other PS5 game that does ray tracing along with giving you the higher frame rate. It's usually one or the other.
Spider-Man,
Spider-Man doesn't do that. Spider-Man does
40.
the 40. This is not doing 40.
It's a
This
higher
is a
frame rate.
I'm
You
talking
set your
about it's give
standards too low, man. You set your standards too low. I met them. Don't be mad. No,
okay.
I know
All
what you're
right.
saying. Never mind. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
I feel like the 40 lock would probably be better though
I
because
I mean,
it's hovering between like 40 to 60 with having this thing's on the ray tracing
so
and
so here's the difference. I did not notice that because I'm playing on a 120 hertz screen. So that game was running above 60 for me. So
Right.
it was
You're
real
also
smooth.
playing the demo. I wonder if the full game would look as clean too.
I don't, yeah, I don't know.
I
I mean,
would
I'm
think it
assuming
is
they're taking the
because of
same
your
assets.
screen. Yeah, I would think it is, but we'll see.
Yeah. But I'm
The RE engine's really good too.
oh god,
Yeah, it
it's
is.
one of the best engines that Capcom has right now.
It is their best engine, I think, because isn't it also like moldable? It's not just for Resident Evil. Are they doing like Street Fighter in the RE engine now too?
No, they're using a
No.
different engine for Street Fighter. The
I thought
RE
was
engine
there
gets
another game?
used in something else.
Yeah.
Devil May Cry.
Okay.
Yep, yep, yep.
It's
They
being
use the.
used in Street Fighter 6.
It is.
Is it?
Okay, so I was
Yes.
right on that. Yeah, yeah,
I could have sworn. Okay, I
According to
appreciate the confirmation.
Wikipedia? Yeah, I wanted to look it up because I was curious.
The RE engine seems to be Capcom's new Unreal engine, which good for them.
yeah.
They're doing it the right way, unlike Square Enix, where they tried to make a goddamn engine and it just destroys the game. So,
But anyway, getting back to the demo, another just this is a Resident Evil gripe since God, I don't even know the first game that had crafting in it. I personally hate this freaking gunpowder shit, and I wish it would go away. Because I understand that the argument is, oh yeah, but when you have the pieces, you can craft the ammo you want, and I'm like, that's cool. But I gotta pick up multi pieces to craft one thing. You could just replace those with ammo, and I'll use the gun you tell me to use.
I agree. It's just an
Hmm.
extra step that
But
you have to take in the game. I mean, it's something that I think it just popped up in 4 because
It didn't have
it.
it in the
no, they
original.
didn't have it in 4. I
No.
think it was. God, I don't know if it was Revelations that did it first, or maybe RE5 did it.
The
I've never played
Gunpowder?
5. Yeah,
2 and 3.
Didn't it have it? No, a remake 2 and 3 had that, but didn't 4
remake 2
start
and
the
3.
gunpowder thing?
Well, no, 4 didn't have gunpowder.
It just had the herbs.
It just had.
Just with ammo.
Well, yeah, every game has had combining herbs.
Right. So it was
4,
5 that
everything
had
was
the
combining herbs, right?
gunpowder. 5 had the
5 must
gunpowder
have,
then.
yeah. And
Yeah,
then,
5
well,
must have been the one that
okay,
started.
so technically, I don't remember if the RE1 for GameCube remake came out first, because I think. Was it that game where you were able to change grenade rounds?
Well, I don't know.
One of the Resident Evils, which I actually really liked this, you just got grenade rounds and you had to combine it with something to make the incendiary and the acid. I loved that system. That was great.
That was RE5.
Oh, was it 5 as well? Okay. I
5
never played
started that,
5, so it
yeah.
must have been a
Yeah.
company game too. Okay. But
5
anyway,
was that one where you can combine those
besides
two.
those things, I like it. Personally, I wish the yellow on like boxes and stuff was a little more vibrant, but whatever. I figured out
Hmm.
um, that the
People were
knife
complaining it
is
was
like.
too vibrant.
People were complaining
But
it's too vibrant. Oh, me too.
yeah.
um,
But honestly, those people
I
suck.
I
So
found out
Kevin,
that
it's
the
that
knife.
chromatic aberration. That's what it is, Kevin.
There you go. Yeah, there it is. Um, the knife is like the best freaking thing in the world because that starting
Knife was the
pistol is hot trash.
biggest, amazing addition to this game. I wish it was in a durability system though. That's the only
Dude,
thing I
I
kind
killed
of.
more. I killed more enemies with the knife than I killed with the handgun.
Yeah, same.
And I'm not even talking about the contextual shit. You just hold down L1 and start mashing R2, and nobody can touch you. I'm sure that changes later. Don't get me wrong.
I think that was like how it was in the original game. The stun lock
I don't
that you
remember
could
the
do on
knife.
those was crazy.
See, the only thing I went back and watched some of the original gameplay side by side with the new one just to see if the movement speed was the same. And I was like, okay, yes, yeah, the movement speed is pretty similar, but I feel like I was moving like better and smoother, even though you had to stop and aim. But now I have to try the thing you were talking about because
Yeah,
maybe that's what it is.
just go in and really just play with
Yeah. Okay.
your movement speed, like your control stick settings and as well as your ADS settings.
Yeah.
I had to just do that before I figured out where the balance was. Capcom just has a terrible default system, so
Okay.
I don't know
Sweet.
why they decided to do that, but
Honestly, good
most
news.
of
That's
the
good
games
news
don't
for
do
me.
that.
Uh,
RE2 and RE3 were not like that. They
No,
both
they
were
weren't.
very well defaulted. It's just I don't know what they did with 4.
Also,
I
update.
mean, it's a demo also, so who knows? Full game might be better.
Update on
Um,
gunpowder. According to the Resident Evil wiki, gunpowder was in RE3 original.
Original RE3?
Yeah. So gunpowder is listed like 9 times on the RE wiki. And like it's been in 7, it's been in 2 remake. It doesn't say it's been in 3 remake. Um, yeah, it's weird. There's a lot of gunpowder options. It's
yeah.
also in
I think
4, but it doesn't look like the wiki's been updated for 4 remake.
yeah,
So it
I
doesn't look
remember
like
it
it
in
was in original
5,
4 though.
so
So it looks like you guys were correct on that. I don't
okay.
see it in 5 either.
I know it was in 5. Destinoto and I had played quite a bit of 5 where we were crafting
Hey,
handgun shots, sniper shots.
log into the wiki and update it. But
I'll log
according
in
to
and
the
update
Resident
it.
Evil wiki, no gunpowder in 5. But also, do you guys know what the RE engine stands for?
Uh, not
Okay.
Resident
Well,
Evil, obviously.
I guess
It's
it's Resident Evil engine. So the the retro engine.
Oh, fun. Nope, Reach for the Moon.
The fuck?
It's the
what?
Reach for the Moon
yeah, because
engine.
there's the moon thing
Yeah,
on
it's
the
a
logo.
hand grabbing the
Oh,
moon.
the icon. I
Yeah,
thought it
Yeah.
was a hand coming out of the ground.
it's a hand reaching for the moon. It stands for the first 2 letters. It was originally designed for Resident Evil 7, and people were like, it's called RE because it's for Resident Evil. Nope. In the most Capcom move, it's called RE because Reach for the Moon. What the fuck?
That's why I
One of
like
those games with
Capcom.
their option menus.
Yeah, same guy's naming that. That's what's going on there.
But yeah, no. To be fair, like, even though I had these little gripes and stuff, I really think it's a very good game, and it should definitely be a Game of the Year competitor for the year.
I would agree.
Um,
I think it's going to be a high
Wow.
contender for Game of the Year.
yeah, and yeah.
I
Will
know.
I get it at full price? I don't know because I have so many other shit.
Yeah, I'll probably end up getting it discounted as well.
But will I get it at some point? Absolutely.
Definitely 2023 Game of the Year contender. We'll see how Final Fantasy 16 does.
I
We'll
don't know.
see what else comes out this year. But
I don't know. But horror games are
Starfield.
typically forgotten by the time the Game Awards come up.
Wasn't RE2 up?
RE2 was
If it was, it didn't win,
out?
so it doesn't even matter.
No, it didn't win,
Most
but-
horror
No.
games are literally just forgotten around that. Also, remakes, people look down on those when it comes to
That's
Game
fair,
Awards
Yeah.
and like giving something a Game of the Year if it's a remake. So
I can't
it's
think
got a
of
lot of
anything
things
else. Well,
working
I mean,
against it. I'm not talking about the quality of the game. I'm sure it's great, but
No,
a lot of
you're
things
just
working
kinda,
against it. So
yeah,
like,
yeah,
the
yeah.
only other game
And if it
that
comes up, it's great.
The only other game I've played personally that's finished would be Harry Potter Hogwarts Legacy for Game of the Year. I don't think it should be there necessarily, but
I think
you guys are forgetting about Breath of the Wild 2?
is it
Tears
Yeah.
of the Kingdom?
Yeah, who cares about that?
Is it out yet? I thought it was
No.
May.
No, but that's you just forgetting about it. That's I mean that's
I mean, if you were talking about anything, Diablo 4 will be up for Game of the Year.
yeah
I'm sure
yeah
it will be.
yeah. We're talking about. I thought we were talking about anything.
No, that's why I said that.
I mean,
we're
that's not
actually
anything.
finished.
That's called a hot steam pile of garbage, but okay.
No, I mean anything because you said Final Fantasy 16, so we were just talking about any release that's coming out this year.
Well, that's an
Spider-Man,
actual game,
Spider-Man.
you know.
Oh my god.
Spider. Oh, I forgot about Spider-Man.
Everyone forgets about Spider-Man.
Oh my God, Spider-Man 2 could be Game of the Year this year. That's true.
Good.
Yeah, and Starfield maybe. I don't know. We'll see if Starfield does.
Oh yeah, Starfield's possible.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of fucking nerds. All right, Kevin, you got anything else about Resident Evil 4? Can you give that demo a retry?
Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna retry.
Good,
Like I
good.
said, I kept it installed for a reason because I was gonna bring up the movement speed, and if nobody said anything, or not the movement speed, the movement in general. And if nobody
I
said
feel
anything,
like-
I was gonna specifically ask Umair.
I
Who?
feel like the movement isn't too bad.
Is Umair somebody
I
you
haven't
know,
changed
like
anything.
personally? You want to give a
Yeah,
shout out to
yeah.
your friend on the podcast?
I do.
All right, sorry, Destino, we cut you off. What were you saying?
No, I was just saying I didn't feel like the movement was anything jarring. I didn't change any of the settings either for like like
I'm shocked that you
move speed and
you
aim.
didn't change anything. Although you didn't. Did you play RE2 and RE3?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
you
why.
I don't know, man. Like when I was moving, everything felt just so sluggish. The turning was real rough.
Gotta be honest, from somebody who doesn't play, it looks like the exact same as the other game, like the original. In regards to like moving, it looks like you're controlling a tank man.
But you're not. That's the thing.
He's more mobile here.
Because Resident Evil 4, the original, had the same tank control style with the camera in a different spot. This you can actually sidestep and you can move while aiming and all this other stuff. But like the aiming, when you're aiming and like looking around, it feels like the game is actively pushing against you. Whereas most games are like if you hold the control stick down longer, it accelerates more. This seems to go backwards.
Interesting.
But
play with the settings. I think. Yeah, I think you'll fix it and
Genesis,
it'll be good.
Did it feel that way for you?
Once I change the settings, no. When I started it up,
so
yes,
it's
it
settings. Okay.
yeah. When I started it up, I thought it was
Because
very
we're
odd.
used to first-person shooters and just quicker sensitivity. Maybe
That's the other thing
That
I
could
was
be
thinking
it,
of. I was
honestly.
like, maybe because we got off of COD and just coming into that,
maybe it's not the actual movement that's throwing me, but the rate at which I can turn.
Yeah.
Makes it feel
I had to
slow.
raise the sensitivity quite a bit for turning and all that.
Also,
Yeah,
is there a 180 turn
Yeah. Back in R1.
back in R1? Okay.
Yeah, it's a weird button. I thought it would be
said
like
R1.
back in X, but it's not.
So playing
I guess
Overwatch
it's because
2.
R1 is the run button.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh,
That's usually what it
oh,
is
you
for
can't do back in
turns
L3.
around.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
Actually,
playing Overwatch
sorry.
2 in regards to like the movement speed, I'm moving like super. I'm a man on crack when I'm playing Overwatch 2. Because
That
I
would make
just
sense.
have to be because I'm using a DualSense controller and everyone else is using a mouse and a keyboard. Because fuck you. And I started up
That's how you do that.
Horizon for like 30 seconds, and I was like, "Oh, Aloy, turn, my girl. What? Oh, you're getting old. You're getting old at negative 998. Like, what? What the fuck? The fuck? It felt so slow."
FPSs do
Yeah.
something bad to you where they just make you want to move everything at a faster speed. And then when you
I,
play other games, it's like you have to kind of get yourself back in the flow of like, okay, it
it's
doesn't
really
need to be
any
that quick.
game. If I play something and then go back to another thing I was playing, that's why I usually don't play two games at a time. I always feel weird, and it takes me like 45 minutes to an hour to get back into the groove of things. So
Hmm.
that's why I typically only play one game, but I don't want to do
Yeah.
that with Overwatch because I don't want to play Overwatch by myself, and I'm not going to do that. So, but yeah, you're right. FPSs I think are the most jarring because you're
Hmm.
going FPS to third person. You're like, what, sir? Move, move. Like, how can I turn my settings up? Oh, they're already at max, and I'm still turning. Like, I have 8,000 years to turn. Like, what the fuck?
Hmm.
Yeah. But Kevin, I hope you give that demo a retry with the settings.
Hmm.
Turn some things on. Look at the colors, I guess. See what that sRGB is. So,
There's also a setting to change the quick turn. It's either back in R1 or back in L3.
Back in L3?
How do you do that?
you
Yeah,
go
it's
down
kind
and
of
click
weird.
L3.
Does it click when you do that?
You can
Oh, it
push down and
does.
click.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah,
Why do I
it's
feel like
more
that
difficult
wasn't
to
a thing?
do. I don't what? I don't know.
I would just map that to my DualSense Edge and the back bumper. That's what I would
Could do
do.
that. Yeah, you could also do that
Yeah,
with any
the
controller
dual
and just
sense
map it
edge.
to something else that you don't use that often
Hmm.
if it's easier
Take
for
me
you.
down to the dual sense edge.
Oh, thanks, man.
Oh, interesting. Okay. All right. Cool. Cool. Did you get back to Chia or no? I know you wanted
No,
to,
I
but
so because my well because my work is open all this week, and also the person I normally work with is sick. My
mm,
schedule was greatly changed. I figured I would have today off to like play around with that before podcast. I did not. I also have
okay.
tomorrow off.
All right. All right.
So Chia review was supposed to be this week. It will be next week.
Cool. Cool.
Postponed.
Postponed. All right. Destiny, you again didn't do the thing you said you would do.
Wow, let's just keep
Why?
throwing Destinoro under the bus.
Well, I mean, this is the second week.
So you're gonna get a write up now.
Hmm.
This is
No, no,
essentially
no.
think of
I'm
it as
just
work in
curious.
school.
Why? Like, did you forget, or like,
That's probably part of it.
what's the other part?
Um, I guess I just didn't really play too much.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, if
So
anybody gets him, recommend him a show or movie to get
this
points.
is a formal discussion. We're gonna be
So.
moving to a not in good standing as of next week.
No, we're not doing it. This is for fun. This is not. Nobody's forced. I'm honestly surprised anybody's participating. So,
That's
um,
fun. It's good.
well, Genesis, we're going to you. We're going to you because we're giving Destinoda some happiness and myself some happiness. You
Okay.
watched Joker.
I did watch Joker.
When did you watch Joker?
It was last night. I was not on yesterday.
What did you think of Joker?
Okay. So I have thoughts. Okay. First of all, I do not prefer this Joker.
Absolutely not.
Again,
Nobody does.
I prefer the Joker that's in the Arkham or the Dark Knight series, whichever one it may be. That's the Joker I prefer.
Mm-hmm.
I understand the positive praise behind this movie where this is basically like a real life Joker. Like this is a man who's gone through his let me start from a certain point so I know where I'm going here.
Okay.
His problem where he just laughs at inappropriate times is his haunting thing to him where he's got messed up for his stand-up act. He did a job as a clown through uh, like the hospital. He had a gun on him that fell out, and that didn't help him to his neighbor, and she was never there. I mean,
Oh.
she was there, but like she wasn't there talking to him. Um, and his mother lying to him saying that. Well, I maybe I didn't understand this part, but I think it was his mother lying to him saying that you're a legitimate son of Thomas Wayne. I was like, what the
Correct.
fuck? It's like, what the fuck is going on here? So there's a lot of there's a lot of real world stuff, I guess, in this that I could see how he becomes the Joker, but the Joker that I want is not that. It's a legitimate psychopath that is just a dude who just laughs at every fucking thing. Like that's
Yeah.
the Joker for me.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So
I agree.
that's I just wanted to get that point. Like this is not the Joker that I want. So
Well,
do I think though that this, and tell me if I'm wrong, couldn't this have been the intro to the Batman, the new Batman movie? Couldn't this have been a prequel to that?
I would say no because it's set in the 70s.
He would be an older, yeah, he'd be a really old
He
Joker at
would
this
he
point.
would
He'd
be
be,
he would be like in his 80s.
yeah, so he'd be
Yeah,
a really old
since
fucking
the
dude.
Batman's took place in 2022,
Right.
and
It's just, it's
Joe,
fit,
whatever
like
the fuck his name is, Arthur Fleck, is
yeah,
like in his 40s
I was like, so,
or 30s, I think he's supposed to be.
he caused the clown to shoot Thomas Wayne in the alleyway.
Oh, the best scene in the whole movie. Sorry,
And
sorry.
there's Bruce standing there. I'm like, wait a minute, you're a catalyst for Batman, right? So essentially, this that's what I was like, you could have been the catalyst for Batman, although maybe the Joker in that year could have been his son, but I mean I don't. He's
So
delusional. He wouldn't have knocked a woman up at that point. He's a
when the
fucking
movie
maniac.
came out, people thought that like, oh, they could totally connect this to like the DCEU, like Ben Affleck's Batman, and they could have him be like the father of Jared Leto, Joker. It
I
could be
okay.
like that, and I was
I
like,
could.
yeah, that'd be fun, I guess. But this has already been confirmed to be in its own universe. It's doing its own thing. It's in other world or Elseworlds is what they call them, and I'm fine with this being in Elseworlds. And I'm fine with them making a whole franchise out of this and never seeing Batman.
See,
Like,
that's where I get disconnected from, and you
yeah.
were aware of that already.
Oh,
So,
yeah, yeah. You didn't want to see it
I
because you're like, it doesn't lead to a million more movies that are
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
shit and degrading in quality as the years go on. And I was like, I don't know why you want that, but those were your words.
That's what I want. I'm in for the
Those
long
were
haul.
your
You know what I
words.
mean?
No, I know.
So, you know
But as a
that
movie, it's fucking great.
it's a good movie. It's not a it's for me. It's not like a fucking oh my god, I was blown away by this movie. The part I got blown away with was when he's at the end and he's on the fucking interview talking about the train murder when he killed the quote unquote accidentally killed the fucking Wayne
Those shitty
Enterprise.
business guys, yeah.
Yeah. He's talking about that and he just shoots the fucking host.
Yeah, yep. I love you
I'm
can see
like,
the turn when he decides I'm gonna shoot the host and not myself.
yeah, I was like, huh, that was a thing. Also, did we get a Harley Quinn because he talked to the psychiatrist and then the ending is him just leaving the fucking hospital with the bloody fucking footprints
No,
behind
that's
him?
not Harley Quinn is in the sequel and she's played by Lady Gaga.
Okay, so that's somebody else.
Yeah, that lady's dead. He killed her.
Okay.
He killed that
I
woman.
I was gonna think I was like maybe it's Harley Quinn, but then I saw the bloody. I was like maybe he killed her then, so maybe we don't get Harley Quinn. But okay, maybe
I'll tell you
confirm
what.
something
There's
otherwise.
three scenes that I think when I think of this movie, there's three scenes I think of. The scene where he stabs that man in the neck and head over and over and lets the
Mm.
little person leave and kisses him on
Well,
his head.
yeah,
It's
and
like,
and the
you're the
only
only one who's
reason
ever
why he
been
let
nice
him
to me.
leave was yeah. He's like, oh, you were nicer to me, and I mean, dude, the guy fucking didn't even save him when he didn't plant the gun, but he's the one who gave it to him. Like you could have
Yeah, he
been like,
gave
yeah,
it
I
to
gave it to
him, and
him.
then he lied about giving him a gun, and then he got fired
Fucking
for that.
dumbass.
I know, like
I
piece of
saw him get
shit.
stabbed. I was like, good job, man. Good job. Good for you.
Yeah, but also
Fucking stabbed the
violent.
fair.
Um,
Oh, that's good. Just stab the guy. He
just
wronged you. He made you
all
lose your job.
remember, same director as the Hangover trilogy. Um,
Oh, I didn't know that.
wild, different movies. But also the second scene I think of the Bruce Wayne scene. I just like this origin for Bruce Wayne because I think it's important that Joe Chill is just an everyday mugger and not a man in a clown mask inspired by a movement. I just don't like the idea of that. That's just a personal preference in regards to
That's
Batman.
another thing where I'm like, this is more realistic because there's movements that he's inspiring because of this. Like,
Yeah,
you
it's
know,
great.
that's that for me is again that's a minus point for me because I'm like this isn't the Joker. Like the Joker doesn't fucking do when I think okay, so when I think of the Joker, like Heath Ledger Joker, I'll go with that, right? Because he's also a psychopath and I think he was the perfected Joker, I think in my eyes, but um
Interesting. Okay.
he wanted to start and incite something when he had those boats together. And he said, oh, one of them's got to pull the trigger, one of them's like a bunch of inmates, and the other one's like civilians, and they didn't do it.
He
And
wanted to
Batman's like,
prove a
oh,
point.
right, right.
Yeah.
That's fine. Prove a point through your fucking psychopath ways. This is him just fucking one of the cops shot somebody on the train, and now everybody hates the fucking cops and wearing fucking the clown masks and starting riots and all this shit and
Well, it started
fucking
the
making a
riots because the
movement.
businessmen were being dicks, and everybody believed that they were being dicks, but also they were murdered in cold blood. Like the first
Yeah,
one, perfectly legal to brandish a gun and then shoot them as you're getting beat. The second, third, fourth, fifth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 100th shot he took, all illegal, all in cold blood murder. Um, and there was also a garbage strike going on, so there was already a class warfare. And then Thomas Wayne goes on the news calling people clowns, and then it was kind of like a perfect storm of a man losing his mind and society losing its mind as well.
Yeah.
And him kind of finding his place, which perfectly leads to my third pick for the best scene of the movie, is when they crash the police car. They crash an ambulance into the police car and they pull him out. And the music swells and he makes the Joker smile with his blood. And I went, holy fucking shit. This is not my Joker, but this is a Joker I fucking love. Also, Genesis, to point out something that I find wild is you said you like the Arkham Joker and Heath Ledger's Joker. And then you said Heath Ledger's Joker is the perfect Joker. I think those are two completely different Jokers, and I don't like Heath Ledger's Joker as my personal favorite Joker. I still
hmm
think it's one of the best performances ever put on screen, and I
hmm
love that version of the Joker, but I think it stands along with this one and the Arkham one. But the Arkham one is my preferred Joker because he's doing it to have fun, to be a Joker. The Heath Ledger one, he's literally doing it to prove points, and he's kind of sane because he knows how to hire people, he knows how to push buttons, like he's doing all of that. And
hmm
then the Joaquin Phoenix one is just a man beaten down, and then it, he laughs when people die. He thinks it's funny. He's sick of pretending that it's not funny. Just because the world thinks somebody dying in a drunk driving accident isn't funny, is it wrong for him to think it's funny? I would say yes. There's clearly something wrong with him, but he was beat as a child. He has mental damage. He has psychosis. He's got a lot of things going on with him.
Yeah, I think he was schizophrenic at one point.
No, there was a lot. Yeah, no, schizophrenia's in there. Yeah, there's a lot. There's absolutely a lot. When he gets in the fridge, also, that's a great scene where he's just losing his mind and he just climbs in the fucking fridge. And I'm like,
Such a
something's wrong with this man. Even when he's like tightening his shoe, like trying to open his shoe up, he looks creepy. And then when he
everything
beats
he
that
does is
garbage
so
bag,
unhinged.
there's a reason this won for music and best actor because this movie puts that out there and it's fantastic in regards to that.
Yeah.
That soundtrack, I still listen to it today. I think the soundtrack is so great. When he dances in the bathroom, was that too artsy for you, Genesis? Did you think, what the fuck is happening here?
I I didn't care for the fucking bathroom dancing. I was
Okay,
like, all right.
love that scene because that's the first time he's the Joker.
Yeah.
See, it's him finally seeing himself for who he is, and then in his mind he goes home and fucks that lady, and that doesn't happen. I don't know who he fucked. I'm a little concerned. I don't know if he walked in that building. I don't know. It's weird.
I mean, he was delusional for every single thing, so I'm assuming he
Yeah,
just took
but
a pillow and fucked the pillow.
well, that means he went home. So did he walk in? His mom answered the door, and then he was like, "Hey, mama." Like, I don't know what happened.
Oh
I don't know what
God.
happened. But yeah, I'm glad you watched it finally. Destino, do you got anything to say to Genesis about Joker?
Um, I think one of my favorite scenes was that ending scene at the talk show when he shoots the guy,
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
and
I think
Genesis
great.
that
just
was
kind of
my.
glazed over that.
Murray.
It was so
I,
slow,
that was
and
my scene that I liked. I said I was like,
oh, okay, okay.
that's my scene that I had liked where he just shot him.
Oh,
I was like, bruh,
it's the
There's so
climax
much
of the
build
film.
up to that
Yeah.
scene. It's insane.
just fucking
When I
turn to
was
the guy and
watching
he's
it,
like,
I
all
was
right,
like, oh my god, what's gonna happen? Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Yeah, it's the absolute climax of that movie because it
Yeah.
literally builds all to that. I mean, it kind of releases a little bit when he like suffocates his mom and then fucking kills that guy, and then even when
his
he
mom was
kills
a
those
bitch.
people and dances, his mom sucked. And
His
I'll
mom was a
tell you,
bitch.
worst casting in this movie, Alfred. Don't like the guy they got to play Alfred. Not a fan.
Why did he look familiar? Who the fuck's that
No
actor?
idea. No idea. Never looked him up because I don't like him as Alfred. I don't think he looks like Alfred.
100% he looked familiar as another actor in a
I don't think
movie that
he's a
we
good
recently saw.
Alfred. It's just I don't like his. It's not because he's not old enough, because he would be young at this point, because Bruce is young. But at the same time, I just think, wow, that is not Alfred. Thomas Wayne, perfectly fine for the movie. Alfred, horrible. I would never cast that guy as Alfred in anything. That's how much I hate him as Alfred. Um, Also, props to that actor for getting work in a role he shouldn't have been in. The two Gotham cops. Every time I watch this movie, I'm like, those are the most Gotham cops I've ever seen in my entire life. They look like they came straight out of a comic. That's how much they look like Gotham cops. It's wild, like generic Gotham cops, and I'm like, holy shit, yeah, it's them.
I like how they just see him dancing on the fucking staircase and they start to follow him, hop on a train and accidentally shoot somebody. I'm like, oh,
Also,
that's good.
I love the interrogation he has with them, and then he tries to walk into the hospital door and just smacks his face on it, and it's an exit only. Hysterical. Love that. Where he's like, I'm just going through some stuff. Puts his cigarette out, and he's like, you made my mother get worried and sick. Now she's in there because of you, and then he fucking just walks head first to the door. It's hysterical. Love that. Also,
Yeah.
love how he runs in his big clown shoes in a
Oh
lot of the
yeah.
scenes.
I
Like,
am not a particular fan of his outfit. I do not like his outfit at all.
the ending outfit you didn't care for?
I did not care for a lot of his outfit in the movie. Well,
Well,
whenever
the movie
he,
he's not Joker. The ending is when he's Joker.
no, oh, okay, then the orange suit is not. Okay, all right, I misunderstood that. All right,
Yeah, the
Yeah,
beginning is
because
just him as a clown.
the whole movie is really just the origin story, right?
a
So
clown. Okay,
Yeah, the only
it's
time
not
he's ever Joker is the bathroom scene for just a little bit,
on
and
the
then
stairs.
the stairs. As he's heading to the interview, he's still kind of not the Joker, but he's becoming the Joker. And then
Yeah.
during that interview, you could see it literally in his eyes when it flips, and he's like, you know what? I'm me now. I'm gonna do this. Like he walks on stage and he kisses that woman, that doctor, and she's like, what the fuck? And then sits down and is like, hey, Murray. And then he gets offended and he's like, fuck you. I like everything. You called me a fucking joker. You're a dick. I thought you were my dad. I wanted you to be my dad. Fuck you.
so yeah, I watched it. Uh,
Are you glad you watched it?
I watched it. I'm not. I don't know if I'm glad or upset. I'm kind of just neutral to it. I watched it and I watched it. It's done. It's over with now.
Okay, okay.
Again, this is not. See these one-off things. I get. I don't know. It doesn't
If it's
appeal
not
to
part
me.
of a franchise, you don't care.
That's my problem. That's my
Well, good
issue.
news. Elseworlds is this whole thing, so other movies are going to happen, which is technically part of a franchise, even though they're not interconnected. So technically, you'll love this in the future, probably.
Maybe.
Um,
I'll
I
give it a
also feel like
solid.
this movie's timeless.
I'll give it a solid 7.5 out of 10.
I'll take a 7.5. It's higher than, it's lower than what I wanted, but higher than I expected. You know,
You thought I would give it like a 5?
I honestly thought you would turn it off halfway through.
No, I have to give it a fair shot. I
Only
watched it. I give it a
because
fair shot.
I knew you were going in this with a negative view of like, I know it's not part of the franchise. You didn't want to see it. It had to be part of a competition for you to see it. That's why I was tempted not to give you this movie.
No, you got me to do it though, and I watched it now.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's a very different view of a Joker that I've not seen before. So it was a good experience for me to see it, but I that's not my Joker. I don't want
Yeah,
that Joker.
day one
To
for
be
the
honest,
sequel though, right?
I don't know about that.
The musical
To be,
sequel? You don't want to see that? You don't want to see Joker 2, Folly Adieu?
I don't know.
It's in French.
I don't think no.
The-
I would take a better written Jared Leto Joker than this one.
I would not. I hate Jared Leto, and he should be in prison for the things he's done.
Oh, then never mind what I said.
But also, so should the Joker. So is he a better Joker? I don't know. No. All right.
Yeah,
Cool.
but that's that.
Does
I'm
Shinoda,
sorry, I
you
watched
got anything
500
else?
Days of Summer.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Still good. Rewatched it. Still good.
That fridge scene still has me feeling chilled.
Oh yeah, so good.
It was such a weird thing to watch, but it was that's just what made it so incredible of a scene.
Honestly, from the first scene in the movie where he's like practicing his smile and it's hurting him
Yeah.
so much he cries, to the very ending, it's like this guy's fucked up, and I can't wait to watch his downfall. But also, I kind of feel bad about it. You know what I mean?
And everything he does is so fucked up, it makes you feel so weird
Yeah, even
seeing everything he
yeah,
does.
it's just it
All of
feels
his
too personal
mannerisms,
sometimes.
but I think that's good too,
Oh yeah,
because it
yeah.
really like puts you in his shoes kind of.
It's literally a graphic novel come to life that's not been written about the Joker. Like, how do we
Yeah.
sympathize with the Joker and understand what happened to him, but at the same time still go, what a horrible, horrible human being. And I think the movie somehow accomplished that. And I don't
Yeah.
think any Joker we've seen in cinema thus far has been sympathetic in that way, like at all.
Mm-hmm.
But typically, the Joker is not seen as a sympathetic character, and I think you do lose a little bit of something when you make the Joker sympathetic. That's why I don't think it works if Batman shows up. Unless Batman is like a fucking murdering evil character, like he's gotta, I don't know. Like, I don't want to see a Batman, but at the same time, I wouldn't mind if Batman showed up and against this Joker. But also, I feel like one punch would kill this Joker.
This
Yeah.
Joker's
So,
not strong at all. Yeah, Batman
yeah.
always got
Well,
to do is
maybe
fucking
he's
punch him,
been getting buff. I don't know. For the
punch him
sequel.
right through his rib cage and rip his heart out. That's all he's got to
I
do.
don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Fatality.
I'm
Superman him.
cautiously optimistic for the. Wow, I get that. I'm cautiously optimistic for the second one, because everything I've heard about it, I'm like, oh, this is getting more artsy, and that might be the correct direction for this. But at the same time, it's getting more artsy, and it's a Joker film. So we'll see. Destinoto and I, day one, we'll be there. I'll
Yeah.
be Harley Quinn.
guys-
You'll be the Joker. It'll be great.
You
Two
guys enjoy
straight
your
dudes
Joker
going
film?
to a movie. You're coming too. Don't worry. You bring your little
I'm
brother.
not.
I guess he'll be old enough by then. I think.
I'm not. I ain't coming to that shit ass movie.
What do you mean? That week, I will get you, and I'll be like, "Hey, I want you to watch Joker 2," and you'll be like, "Fuck." I'm just kidding. We only got 8 more weeks of this.
Why
Anyways,
do we only have 8 more weeks of this?
I'm only doing 10 weeks of this. It's not fun. We can't just think of recommendations every week.
Oh my God, no, Adam. You have. Yes, you can. Yeah, this needs to be a permanent.
Hey, when we get to week 10, we'll talk about it. All right?
Okay.
Yeah,
All right, that's
we're
fine.
only 2 weeks in, and so far Destinoto has not participated. So,
Kevin goes, I can't count.
Oh,
Can't count
Kevin.
that high.
No,
That's a keeper
Hey,
though.
Kevin. Kevin will tell you. Also, I'm going to tell you about Bridge of Spies. I watched it.
Oh, yeah.
So Kevin recommended Bridge of Spies. It's a movie with Tom Hanks and a bunch of other people. I texted Kevin as I was watching it because David from The Last of Us showed up in it, and I was like, ah.
Oh.
And then also, the asshole that was on Fringe for a while, he showed up at some point, and I was like, what's happening right now? Why are so many people showing up in this movie? Um, and that was cool. I gotta be honest, Kevin. I've wanted to see this. You told me it's a movie you have to pay attention to.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I was like, okay, I'm excited. I didn't think you had to pay attention to it. It wasn't complicated at all. There wasn't
Okay,
a
all
lot.
right.
It was a Steven Spielberg movie in the most positive and negative way I can say it. Steven Spielberg makes the most general audience movies I've ever seen in my entire life. And that's a positive where anybody who's seen a movie will recognize what's happening in the movie because he could turn a complicated subject into something very simple and turn like good guys and bad guys into good guys and bad guys, not the gray lines that
Oh,
actual
all
real
right.
life is.
Okay, okay. I see what you're saying now. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll tell you what though, my fear of losing Tom Hanks in this movie absolutely false, and I'm glad because I believed he was Tom in the or whatever the hell his
Oh,
character's name. I forget his
yeah,
character's
yeah.
name,
I know
but
what it is.
like 20 minutes in, I was like, okay, it's not Tom Hanks, it's the character. Like I'm in. Um, uh, the fucking one dude was so funny. The horrible spy man who's a traitor to
Yes.
America. But the honorable spy man who's a traitor to America. He him Tom Hanks always asking him, aren't you worried? And how come you don't look worried? Like, should I be? Like, will it help? And that conversation came up so many times. It was so funny. But then you didn't see him for a while, and it's like, oh no. And you see him at the end, and he says that, and you're like, fuck yeah. And then Tom Hanks is like, yeah, but would it help? And it's like, oh yeah, yeah. But at the same time, I don't think the relationship was built up literally at all. It started
No.
with Tom Hanks being like, I don't want this job, to, all right, I'll take this job. All right, every person deserves to be defended. Months later, I failed, but don't kill him. I want to get this man home. It's like, what? What? I understand he's a kind hearted man, but at the same time, he seems super dedicated to this guy. And I would have liked a little bit more camaraderie between the two, especially in the beginning parts. There was a weird part. I felt like there was a deleted scenes of Tom Hanks had a helper, like an assistant man, and he was like, "Hey, you're gonna help me with this tonight?" And the guy was like, "No, I have a date." And then Tom Hanks was like, "But you're gonna help me?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'll cancel." And then he goes home, and his daughter comes home, and she's like, I've been stood up for a date." And Tom Hanks goes, what a dick. And then his assistant guy comes and looks at the daughter, and they make eye contact for like a solid 5 seconds and look away. But then nobody ever touches on that ever again. And I'm like, was there a side plot that Tom Hanks' assistant is dating his older daughter? And they just cut that out? So I looked into that and I couldn't find anything. I saw somebody on Reddit in 2017 asking the same question and nobody responded to it.
Yeah.
So I was like, huh. So I was paying attention a lot, especially in the
Yeah, yeah.
beginning. But by the time I got to the end, I was like, I don't need to be fully invested into this. I mean, I was. I didn't look at my phone except to text you that one part. But it wasn't as complicated as I thought it would be. I think he's a fantastic negotiator, and I like right when I saw that student get captured, I'm like, oh, he's gonna have to get both of them out. And then there was the FBI agent, David from The Last of Us, was like, no, we can't get both of them out. We're only here for Francis Gary Powers, the man who has military secrets. And it's like, yeah, but he's gonna get both because if he just got one guy, why would it be a movie? You know what I mean?
Right.
And then looking it up, a lot of it was exaggerated. A lot of it was not true.
Oh, I don't even know the original. Sorry.
So in the original story, that student and I mean the basics are true, but the FBI agent was not against him at all. He wasn't like he's clearly a bad guy in the film, and he's kind of a
Right.
dick. And he's like, you
Yeah.
can't get them both. It can't happen. But in real life, they worked together and they coordinated everything. And at the end, when he's like, we have to wait for the student, it's like I'm not waiting. I'm in charge. You walk. And the one prisoner guy's like, I'm not walking. You know, if we're waiting, if my boy Tom Hanks wants to wait, then we're waiting. Like I'll get to freedom eventually. I'll wait with my boy.
Hmm.
And the FBI agent's like, oh, I'm in charge, bro. In real life, it was not like that. And then it was really funny because at the end, it was like this guy then also went on to negotiate like aid and food and stuff to a bunch of Haitian people. Um, and ended up they were only supposed to go there to help like I don't know release like 20 prisoners or something, and by the end they released like 9,000 and like 100 and something of them. And I was like, wow, what a crazy story. And it turned out he also was on that job with that FBI agent because they worked so well together. And I'm like, what the fuck, movie? I'm like, you could have made a sequel to this, but
Yeah.
nobody would believe it.
Yeah.
But overall, I liked it. I didn't love it though. I thought I would
Okay.
love it, and I didn't
Okay.
love it. I still liked it. I'm glad I watched it. Unlike Genesis with Joker, I'm glad. I'm
Hmm.
just glad I finally have seen it. They took it off of Netflix, the bastards.
Oh.
And I found it though. I watched it.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed it. I thought it was like a feel good. It was a Steven Spielberg movie.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
really can't go wrong with him.
It's true.
You watch one of his movies, you're either going to walk away with a profound experience or going to walk away going, wow, what an enjoyable film I'll probably never see in my life ever again. This
Yeah. I
one, I
probably
might
won't watch
watch
it again.
in like 10 years. I might rewatch it. I'll be like, oh, remember Tom Hanks? He died 2 years ago to this day. Might as well watch his movie.
Yeah.
So,
See, like for me, I watched this. It was very good. I liked it. I liked it a lot.
hmm
But I like by default, I usually like historical movies anyways. I never really bother to like look into most movies to see how accurate or not they are, unless I like not care about it. I like if I watch a movie and I'm like, huh, they don't seem right, then I'll go like look into it. This one, I don't know, never really like drove me to do anything like that. But I don't know that I would ever watch it again unless I'm like ready to sit down for what feels like 2.5 hours. Maybe it is 2.5 hours long.
I think it is.
Um,
Yeah, I think it's like 240.
I
It's
would
kind of
rather
long.
watch Argo.
Yeah, okay. I like Argo. I don't love Argo. It's the
Okay,
same thing. I
it's a
like,
very similar movie.
yeah, I think
In
Argo is more entertaining.
yeah,
And I kind of agree with you that I'd rather rewatch Argo. I haven't seen Argo in some time though, but so I guess I would kind of rewatch it. Bridge of Spies, like I said, I'd watch it in like 10 years, being
okay,
like, oh, I
maybe like
remember this
10.
event. I also like historical movies. I like learning about something, but I've always liked looking it up afterwards because movies lie to you. I don't think
Yeah,
that's an issue, but
no, I don't either
for some
necessarily.
reason, for some cases, it's an issue, like an American Sniper. That's a huge thing. But
Mm,
in other cases, it's like, okay, I see why they combined like in the show Chernobyl. The one
yes,
lady scientist is a
was not
combination of
a
like
character.
20 scientists, but
Yeah,
the show even acknowledges that.
yep.
But in real life, like those 20 characters did so many different things, but it's I think it's still interesting to read about them and learn about like what's going on here, what's happening,
Hmm.
and at the same time still appreciating the movie for how it told the story. Like I've never watched a World War II movie and been like, this is the most accurate World War II movie. No movie's going to be as accurate as any historical event. It's going to
I
be
think the
told from a
most,
perspective.
yeah, I think the most accurate. God, I don't even know if it is
All
really the
Quiet
most
on the
accurate.
Western Front, the recent one from the Germans.
I haven't watched the
Ooh,
recent one. Is that the Netflix one?
It is. It is the
yes.
Netflix one.
Yeah,
Did you
I
I
watch
haven't
that?
actually
watched that
watched
one yet.
that.
No, I haven't.
Okay. Guess you know
I
it did.
have
Okay, cool, cool.
I have seen the
Mm.
original version. I've read the original book. They're both very good. I was gonna say Patton.
Oh,
Um,
Patton's a good one too, yeah.
you know,
That one also. Haven't watched it in a while. Don't remember looking anything up. So honestly, I don't know. I remember it was
Patton's.
accurate when I saw it.
It just even if it's not, I think they didn't really take a whole lot of leaps and just made it
Yeah.
seem accurate because it was all about him and his character.
I hate saying this because I'm not like 19, but the vibe of a film also really depends on, like, it doesn't matter if it's super historically accurate. It doesn't matter if it's all based in truth. As long as the vibe is correct, I'll give a historical
True.
movie a pass. Like, what's that fucking The
Like with
Patriot with Mel Gibson?
yeah, the
Definitely,
Patriot's a good one.
definitely, probably not historically accurate that one man went on a killing spree because his son died. But also, in history, I will refer to that man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
Or
I'm
like
sure there were people who had stories like that. Also, the bad guy in that, what a dick.
or like the new war movie Midway.
Oh, Midway, yeah. Yeah,
I
the
don't
plane
really
one.
know how accurate that was, but damn, the atmosphere and the freaking the camera work, the words, action scenes, and choreography of sorts with like
Mm-hmm.
how combat went down in Midway. Oh,
Yeah.
good
Also, I was laughing so hard as how this guy's plane went down in Bridge of Spies. Because he was flying for what seemed like 30 seconds. Then all of a sudden he was blown up. And he was like, huh? And then he got hit again. And then he went to like destruct. But he was gonna eject first.
movie.
And then he fell out. And then he had to pull himself back into the plane as it was free falling. And I'm like, I don't know about that. I don't think this happened. Also, in the movie, they made it seem like you had to kill yourself if you were caught. And in real
Right.
life, that guy's kid was like, yeah, he didn't have to kill himself. They just gave them the coin because if you were caught, they probably would have tortured you, and they just wanted you to have an option to not go through that.
Yes. Yeah.
And in the movie, it's like, you're gonna fucking get you're gonna fucking speak, and if you speak, you're gonna be a traitor to America, and everyone's gonna hate you, and you're gonna want to kill yourself before that happens. So everyone was calling this guy a coward, which I'm sure happened back then, but it wasn't as cut and dry in real life.
Right.
So I think nuance is lost in film and television in regards to historical matters, but I think nuance is lost in a lot of things. But that's okay because it can come back. You know what I mean? In conversation like this. But Bridge of Spies, I liked it overall.
Good. Good.
So, good recommend. Good recommend.
Thank you.
In regards to points, Genesis,
Where are we at?
you get a point for participating in watching Joker. I'm not giving
Thanks.
you totals. Don't worry about that yet.
Thanks, bud.
You get no point for recommending Desunoto Resident Evil 8.
There we go.
I thought I get a point if he doesn't watch it.
You get a point, but you don't get the 2 points or 3 points. So you get 1 point. Yeah.
Okay.
So you get it's a weird scoring system. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Kevin, you
can
played
just
the
keep track of
RE4
it.
demo. You only did 20 minutes, but I'm still counting that because you're gonna.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm still going.
Appreciate
You
it.
want to go back to it, and you gave it a shot. You know, that's more than some people.
Wow.
There it is. There it is. And Kevin, you enjoyed it except movement, but you kept it downloaded, so you get 2 points for playing the RE4 demo. And then you recommended Bridge of Spies. I liked it. I didn't love it, unfortunately, so you only get 1 point for it. But it was a good recommend, so still getting that. Me, I gave Joker to Genesis. I only get 1 point for that because you didn't love it, unfortunately. You still liked it more than I thought, or scored it higher than I thought.
I mean,
No,
I'd give yourself the 2 points as I liked it more than
I,
you thought I was going to like
nope,
it.
nope, nope.
Okay.
If you, because the way I'm doing this, if you're like, holy shit, I loved it, I can't wait for the second one, or I can't wait to rewatch it, I can't wait to own it. We're trying to find each other's favorite things, new favorite things we would have never tried on our own. And so far, it's not happened. Well, Kevin said he would play RE4. He wouldn't buy it at full price probably, but he would play it and he wants to try it again. He said that with Chia as well. Like, and at the same time, like I enjoyed Death Stranding enough to give you 2 points for that. Like, there's clearly a difference in how much I enjoyed Death Stranding over Bridge of Spies. So that's why I'm giving you the one, or me the 1 point instead of two.
Mm.
And then I did watch Bridge of Spies, but again, I only get 1 point for that. So, and then Death Note, you get a solid 0 for everything.
Yay.
Because you didn't do the thing, you don't get points for anything. Even if you recommend something to somebody, you don't get any points. You don't get rewarded for not participating or only
Really,
half
Destiny
participating.
was the hero of this.
Half
Get
participating
fucked.
is no points in total. So I don't know if I
Get
made that clear last week.
get
So
I think it was different last week.
fucked.
it was different last week, but then he didn't do anything this week, so it's now changed to
Get
inspire change. See?
fucked.
Isn't that cool?
Wow. Everybody hating on poor Destiny.
Poor Destinado, he's so we're
Get
at the point where
raped.
I don't
Oh
the
my god.
fucking shit. I don't Alright, anyways. We're at the point where I actually don't have to spin this week.
What?
I don't have to spin because I've recommended to Kevin and I've recommended to Genesis. Now I recommend to Desunoto. Desunoto, I'm gonna go last because I have no idea what to recommend you to inspire you to play anything or watch anything. Genesis, you recommended to me and Desunoto in the first week, and then Desunoto in the second week. You get Kevin this week.
Bet. Kevin, I need you to watch a show.
Oh shit! Wow. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Have you watched Bluey?
The kids show,
Yes.
dude. Bluey's good.
Have you watched Bluey?
Everyone's watched Blue.
Okay, you need to watch Bluey.
Okay,
And
real
just
quick.
watch a couple episodes and just let me know what you
Side
think.
note.
What is it on?
Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
I was stealing it, or obtaining it in other ways. Retract that last part.
I have it.
Yeah, I have Disney Plus too. I just didn't know it was on there. So I was listening to a podcast like 4 weeks ago or something like that, and this one guy was like, "Yeah, I've been watching Bluey," and they were like, "The fucking kids show," and the one who was watching it, his kid is like 16 or 17. The other ones don't have kids, so they were like so confused. And the only reason the one knew it is because his nephew watched it, and I was like, just laughing at their conversation with it. But then the next week on the podcast, they were like, "I watched Bluey and it's actually pretty fucking good. It's written well. It's funny." And I was like, "Fuck, I gotta watch Bluey."
It's funny, and it as a dad, it's hit me so emotionally sometimes. Like there's such good things in there, and I'm like, I'm gonna follow some of those things as a dad. Like those are some really good things that he does as a
Yeah,
dad, and I want to do some of those things.
I would say it's the best kids show on television currently.
110%. I think
Yeah.
the internet would agree with
And,
that
yeah,
exact
the internet
statement.
does agree, and also it's very funny that I'm not fatherless. Oh my god, that's horrible. I, childless, have no plans for children in the next 5, 10, 15, maybe, I don't know. I don't have any plans currently for children.
That, sure, if you think so. All right.
Currently.
Okay,
I'm
sure.
not near one at any moment. You know what I mean?
All
I'm
right.
not near to be creating a child. There's a couple steps. But
Okay.
at the same time,
We say so.
I'm so in with the Bluey. I'm also in with like what's good in parenting stuff. I have no idea why. Podcasts and just entertainment. So Kevin, Bluey.
Bluey's really good, Kevin. You'll have a fun time watching. It's real funny.
Kevin, I think you're gonna like Bluey.
Alright,
This might be a 2 or possibly a 3-pointer for you, Genesis. So,
I'm
Desinoto, you get to recommend. Oh, me. Oh shit. Movie, TV show, game. Movie or
Recommend him
TV show could
something
be
good.
anything. I'll find something. I'll find it.
Recommend something that he wants to beat off to.
Oh my.
Beat off to you. So.
Oh god.
Oh, good luck finding something I haven't beat off to.
Oh, don't underestimate Desonoto. I'm sure he could find you something.
He'll be like, beat off to this item in my dad's store. I'd be like, done. Did it. Prove me wrong. We can come back to you if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Kevin, you get to recommend Desunoto. You technically recommended him in the first week with Blue Lock, or not Blue Lock, but Jormungand. But at the same time, it was just like an extra. It wasn't the same thing. So.
Genesis hasn't watched that, you piece of shit.
Sorry, I'm gonna watch it. I apologize.
All right,
I had to go watch a shit ass movie called Joker.
All right.
You could have done both.
I could have done both. You're right. I'm sorry. I could have done both.
Desunoto.
Kevin, if you want, I can go first with Desunoto.
Give me a moment.
Okay.
Desunoto.
Okay.
You know what? This Bluey recommendation has given me something here. All right, Desunoto. You got Disney Plus?
He does.
Yes.
Have you watched the new DuckTales yet?
Oh shit.
No.
Watch it. Okay. The new DuckTales series.
DuckTales. All right.
You think he'll like DuckTales?
Genesis side recommendation to you.
Okay. I'll give DuckTales a shot.
No.
Like DuckTales.
No. Stop recommending two people, Kevin.
How old is Anya again?
How old's
What?
Anya? She's 2.
Oh, okay.
She won't like DuckTales. She might like Colors and stuff.
Maybe.
She might like DuckTales. She might just see that. She knows duck. She says duck.
No, she's saying fuck. Fucking kill me. I hate my life.
Okay. Funny side story. She was saying something the other day, and I thought she kept saying, fuck. And I was like, oh, that's not good. My wife and I are looking at each other, and she just keeps yelling it. And I listen to it, I'm like, oh, she's not saying fuck. She's saying something else. She's not saying fuck. There's no way she's saying fuck, because I haven't said it in front of her that many times. And then I ask her, I'm like, what are you saying? And she's pointing to a duck, and she goes, fuck. I'm like, oh, no, it's duck. And she goes, duck.
Oh, you learned real quick. You learned real quick.
Yep. I was like, yeah, that's duck. That's not what you're saying. That's duck. And
Yeah,
she's
you
like,
should have kept it. Quack,
she's
quack,
like, okay,
fuck.
Daddy, duck.
Quack, quack, fuck. Would have been great.
I don't know what she was trying to say, what she heard. She might have heard me say fuck, but I don't know.
Would it be weird if she was talking to somebody and she's like, I love my rubber fucky?
What you should do, alright? Desunoto or Desunoto? Genesis, I don't even know who I'm talking to. What you gotta do is, no, duck. Okay, duck, and you point to a goose. And you go fuck.
God.
Or duck, and then you punch a duck till it dies, and then you go fuck. Then also you teach life and death. Kids have to learn. They're at that age. She's at that age where she's gonna start to learn.
She is aware of what rubber duckies are. She is aware of Donald Duck. She is aware of Daisy Duck.
Donald Duck's in DuckTales.
Yes.
Wait,
So
she
might
knew
actually
Donald
watch.
Duck but didn't know Duck?
Yeah, she can so she recognizes Mickey, Minnie, Goofy, Donald, and Daisy. She
I mean,
knows those
before,
5.
like, the fuck. Was she saying Fonald fuck?
No, she wasn't saying that. She just knows, like, she pointed to him, and she would, like, know that's, like, Donald Duck. Like, she'd point to Donald. Any other, like, if I put Daffy Duck on the screen, she'd be like, what the fuck is that? Like, who's this?
Okay, honestly, most people. You know what I mean?
But Donald Duck, she recognizes when he talks, and she thinks it's funny. She'll laugh at him when he speaks, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some ingredients over here. Play that game, she will not like it as much. I promise you. Give her like an hour playing that, and she'll be like, "I don't want ingredients." She'll be like, "Father, I can speak. I need you to turn this shit off."
Here's another.
This is some weed shit. All right, I'm moving out. Bye.
She is so into Monsters Inc. with Boo. She likes Boo a lot.
Oh man, I just saw a scene from Monsters Inc. where he was like leaving her in the bedroom, and I gotta be honest, I almost fucking cried. I was like, oh shit, it just came up out of nowhere on TikTok, and I was like, oh man, no! Because, like, they haven't made a sequel. Like, he's not visiting her. Like, he's just gone, you know? Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
That was, like, at 3 a.m., like, 3 nights ago.
She has seen Kingdom Hearts on TV. Um,
Yeah.
I've shown her. She dances to all the songs, especially "Face My Fear." She'll dance to that.
Of course.
Of course, she wouldn't be my daughter otherwise. Um,
Got you that music box.
yes, yes, she wants to consistently play with that. Good thing I've not taken that down from where it is currently sitting. I'm staring at it right now. If I did, it'd be broken.
Yeah.
That's how much she wants to play with it.
Yeah.
Um, and then if I play, oh God, if I play like Bury the Light from Devil May Cry, she'll also head bob to that now because
Mm.
I think she's subliminally remembering I used to play it while she was in my wife's stomach at that point when we used to be sitting in the car and I used to be driving 80 miles an hour with that song on and I'm like, that's not good.
80 miles an
That's
hour? What the fuck? Bad
on
dad right there. Bad dad move.
yeah,
That
yeah,
was a bad dad
yeah.
move.
I'm getting
Bluey
rid of the
would be
race car.
disappointed with you.
I'm getting rid of the race car. I'm gonna get a truck. I'm gonna be a responsible father and get a
I thought
truck
you were
with
getting a
enough space.
van.
So. No, not a van, truck.
You get a
What do you need
minivan.
a truck for?
Sorry,
Tiny
SUV. I
penis.
say truck.
There you go.
Oh,
SUV. Yes.
SUV's fine.
Kevin and I had this conversation already. Yeah.
No, I did. You and me had this conversation.
Did you and I have it? How did he know
Yeah.
already then?
No,
No,
what?
no. He asked why you getting a truck, and you said SUV is what I call it. He was just asking for
He's
clarification on why you're getting a truck.
okay, okay,
I
okay.
knew
I
what you were
mean,
talking about because we've had the conversation. I knew it was an SUV.
I thought
But
I
I
did
made
it
the
with you, and
joke
then
of
he
tiny
and then
penis
he
with the
just
truck.
answered, and I was like, Kevin, did I have it with Kevin? Did I talk to Kevin about this already? He answered as if he knew exactly.
I thought we got the
Listen,
office.
Daddy, listen, there's only so much drugs that I can take, but I mean, Xanax,
Alright,
what?
alright.
That's
No,
not true. That's not true. You can take more.
oh, okay, well,
You
maybe
can
I'll
take
take more.
more.
Alright, maybe I
Hey,
can take
hey,
more.
hey,
The
hey,
results may
hey.
vary on
No
how
more
tough you can
drugs.
take
Everybody
more.
stop.
But
Stop with the drugs.
We at Crafting a Chat do not condone drug taking, although if you need to take it to survive, like insulin, just take your drugs. But
No, we don't condone drug taking at all, whether
well,
prescribed or
see,
not.
now he
If you get COVID, crystals. Those will heal you.
crystal
And
meth.
if you actually believe that, use the crystals. Don't use anything else because you're dumb and you deserve to die.
there have
Destinoto, I
been
think
a
I'm going to recommend you Extraction. Because we were literally just talking about it, and that second trailer, or the trailer for the second one, looks fucking amazing.
there have been some weird TikTok or YouTube short things where I've seen people take their insulin and throw it in the garbage and they say I quit diabetes. Meanwhile, they still have diabetes and I don't know what they're
Quit
doing, but
diabetes.
I quit
yeah.
diabetes. We're raising money for Jimmy's funeral. Yeah. So he thought he could quit diabetes, but just like in Brokeback Mountain, he just can't quit him. You know what I mean? Anyways, our son died. He can afford his insulin because we have insurance, but he's fucking stupid. So I would say stupidity killed him. I called the coroner and I was like, "Can you write stupidity instead of diabetes?" That would be great. Thanks.
Yeah, I don't think diabetes killed him at that point. It's from being stupid.
Yeah, yeah. But just to know
Yeah.
that I'm recommending Extraction to you.
Oh,
You good with that?
yeah.
Oh, is that Chris Hemsworth movie?
It is that Chris Hemsworth movie. The trailer for the second one came out and it's fucking amazing.
So did they confirm he's alive?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. They're like, hey, it's not even a spoiler because it doesn't even fucking matter. Because there's a second one being made. But
Yeah.
at the end of the first one, he gets shot like 9 times and then drowns in a river.
How the fuck is he alive?
Yeah, in the trailer for the second one, they kind of brush over that. They're like, "You died and fought your way back." I'm like, I don't think you can come back from that. I gotta be honest. He was
He
shot in the
got
neck and
shot with a
everything.
50 cal rifle
He was
too.
shot everywhere. He literally was shot everywhere. He was
Oh my
bleeding from
god.
every part of his body. Every quadrant of his body had a bullet. And then he also drowned. So, but also, Destinoto, highly recommend.
It was a good movie. I saw
Hmm.
it.
Did you see the trailer for the second one?
I didn't. I didn't even know they were making a second one, so I
Fucking
have to
hold
see
on a
that.
second. I gotta send this to you. Hold on, real quick. I'm gonna send this
So,
to you, and we're gonna talk. And I want you to watch it as I sent it to you, okay? Or
okay.
as we're talking. Also, mute yourself as you watch this, obviously. Destinoto, Extraction. You gonna watch it?
Yeah.
Oh man, I did not believe that at all. I did not. Okay. All right. Extraction. If you watch Yorman or not if you watch Blue Lock or play RE8, you still can get points from the past. So if you do any
Oh.
of those either,
Hmm.
just saying, you can only get 1 point. I'm not going to allow you to get extra points for loving things, but still get points. All right?
Hmm.
Do you want me to text you these things?
Well, RE8, the only issue I have with that is I'm already playing 2 different games.
That's true. Yeah, that is an issue.
That's why I haven't really started that
What
one, and
about
I'm already
Blue
playing a
Lock?
Resident Evil game. I could probably start that. I actually started a different anime on Friday, no, on Saturday too, called Licorice Recoil.
It's a
Um,
weird name for an anime.
it's about these it's about like probably like high school age girls um and guns,
Oh,
fun
interesting.
stuff.
The
Yeah,
perfect mix.
yeah.
Hot lollies and guns. Right, Kevin? Silence is endorsing. All right. All right. What's your
What?
recommendation
What?
for me? Sorry, Kevin.
um. All right. Well, I mean, it seems our TV and movie interests
A line?
align
Yeah, they do.
quite a bit. Um. So.
All right, I'll watch it, but I am very confused.
On how he's alive?
Okay, there's like four things that immediately have caught my eye, but I'm sorry, Death Note, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Finish your thought, and then I'll talk about this.
Okay. Shit. Oh. Okay. 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 So. Hmm. Were you a Mark Wahlberg fan or not really?
I don't really. I dislike Mark Wahlberg, but I will watch a movie with Mark Wahlberg.
Do you see Mile 22?
I have seen Mile 22. The guy
Oh
from The Raid
shit.
is in it.
Yeah, yeah.
Iko
I was
Uwais.
gonna say,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Of course I saw. I saw that for Iko Uwais.
Yep,
I
yep.
saw it the week it came out in theaters because somebody leaked it immediately.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Hmm. Okay. Um,
It was alright, by the way.
yeah. I thought there would be another one, like a Mile 23,
I
but
honestly
they
thought it
never
would
made
be
one.
better than it was. But also, yes, I also thought there would be a second one. I don't know if I
Yeah.
even would have watched the second one, honestly.
Hmm.
Yeah, this is a tough part with me. I see a lot of stuff.
Um,
You got to think outside the box a little bit for Adam. You got to recommend him things that you think like if he gave it a chance he'd like it. That's why I gave him like Death Stranding. I'm like, bro, you just have to play it fucking once, and I think you'll like it.
hmm.
Maybe you should recommend him like a Fate anime. Make him watch a Fate anime.
Oh, sorry.
Uh, I don't know. That's a little.
You've watched Death Note already, obviously, so.
Hmm.
I got 3 episodes in Death Note, whatever the fuck it was, and I was like, oh my god. I'm so much smarter than this other guy. And then the other guy would be like, I'm so much smarter than this other guy. And I'd be like, fuck off. You're both stupid.
What about, well, okay, if he thought Death Note was bad, maybe he might like Code Geass a little better. Very, not very similar, but, Lelouch is like Light, but he's a better version of Light.
Yeah, that was my issue. I wish that character was a better version.
Hmm.
Whatever you want to recommend, man.
I don't know. I'm kind of giving just food for thought. Maybe, I don't know. Try that. I don't give it whatever you want.
Just thinking hard.
He's thinking long and hard about Daddy's long hard.
No, he's thinking about mommy.
Oh. Daddy, you hear Mommy talking shit about us?
What? I wasn't talking shit. As he thinks. What did you think about that trailer? What were your questions?
Okay, so I have 4 things that I am severely confused on,
Okay.
and I don't know how to feel. Okay, you and I both know how this man died. He is dead.
Okay.
Not clinically fucking dead.
Yeah, I
He's
know.
dead.
My
He
mom has
had
clinically
fucking
died 3 times. So people can clinically die and come back.
okay, but from 9 bullets from a 50 cal and
Again,
drowning in the fucking water.
he fought
Also,
his
not to
way
mention
back.
the Indian River, right? That's I believe that
Dirty
which
as
river did he
fuck.
fall? Yeah, fucking filthy. So you're telling me that all the bacteria from that river didn't fucking go into his body and kill him?
Hey, man. My thing about this trailer, I was like, it's ridiculous that he's alive because he fought his way back. But also, the trailer is fucking amazing.
Oh yeah, it's that scene where I mean the entire scene of the trailer where he gets hit in the back of the head and he's just looking around and he falls down and gets right back up and then
Yeah.
okay. Also, can you block a fucking Molotov cocktail like he did?
With the shield? Yeah.
I don't. That looks
Now, is it
so
as effective as it was in the trailer? I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't.
that looks super unrealistic. Kevin, can you confirm? Can you take a
Oh,
riot
okay.
shield and block a Molotov cocktail and survive just fine with no burns?
Well, the thing is, his arm was on
Oh yeah.
fire.
Okay, and that's the next part. But let me hear what Kevin says first.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, Molotov cocktails. The thing about Molotov cocktails, not consistent always.
Okay.
Well, okay. I mean, a Molotov cocktail is literally a glass bottle with whatever ignition,
Molotov.
fuel, and paper and fire. So, like, you throw something like that at a riot shield, 50-50 whether it breaks or not, first of all.
Okay.
Because the person with the riot shield, well, I mean, if the person with the riot shield sees it coming, they can, like,
Oh, Kevin, I'll send you
kind
the
of soften
trailer.
the blow. Also, I don't know how it would ever ignite you, because if the liquid drips all over the shield, it's
Kevin, I'll
not
send
going
you the
to burn
trailer.
evenly.
Mm.
Like,
Also,
part of a
so
Molotov cocktail is it breaks on the ground, the
yeah.
liquid pools, and then it sets on fire.
Okay.
Yeah, it broke on the shield, lit the shield, but then also lit his arm.
So he's punching other people. The fire's
Yeah.
transferring to those people, and then he just keeps going, and
Um,
he just keeps
None of this
punching
happens.
people.
Brutal hits. It looks great, and it's fucking awesome.
None of this would happen.
False.
Wouldn't, right? Am I right to think that wouldn't happen that
What do
way?
you mean? He's got liquid burning on his arm. He's punching people. Liquid and burning are going to transfer.
That easily though? Also, is he in Russia?
I don't know where he is. Russia's a good guess.
Yeah, it's snowing and the way that people are fighting out there.
Yeah.
It looks
It
like a couple
reminded
Russian
me of
people
the
he beats
raid
up.
2, the fucking fight scene in the prison yard.
I
That's
mean,
what it
also
reminded me of.
he was in India. Like you go from India to I'm gonna assume
He's
he's in
literally an
Russia.
extraction guy. He goes wherever. I don't
Okay.
know if you know this. He went to heaven and back, or hell. Probably hell.
Shut
He's a
up.
bad man.
Shut up.
What do you mean?
Um.
you
Okay.
you and
Last
I
thing.
both saw him die.
Yes, I know. Last thing. The minigun. He keeps firing like he's doing the action. I think that might be like something that fix in post editing because he keeps shaking the minigun even though it stopped firing, and then he looks back at the camera and then drops the minigun, and I was like,
I
either
thought it
that's
was still
intentional.
clicking as he was
No,
firing it.
no, the flare and everything. The helicopter first fell down. The flares from the shots have stopped from the minigun. He just keeps shaking it, and then he. It almost looks like I don't know if it's intentional or not, but
I mean, he's
I
not a
looked at it, I was
moving
like,
thing.
Yeah, that is not how a Molotov works at all.
That's what I thought. I thought that's not
They
how a
went into
Molotov
like
would
a
work.
supernova upon impact.
I didn't think that's how it worked, and I was like, that's not one.
It would not light that quickly unless you had it. Mm, if you had like the fumes and stuff in there, no, because they would ignite immediately. I don't know how. You could probably set up a Molotov to act like that, but you would have to have not only a liquid ignition, but you have to have fumes and not have it light until the bottle broke. Which I don't know how the hell you would set that up.
Mm.
Because that definitely like balled outward.
His arm's on fire, and he's transferring the flame to other people as he's
I don't
punching them.
understand how his arm is on fire because
Well,
like his arm
it's
is
cool.
in the shield's like strap.
It's a movie, guys. It's cool.
But yeah, I'm down to watch Extraction
Listen,
2.
you asked me, this is what you get.
No,
I
Z
did.
asked you.
I did ask
Sure.
him. I did.
Or somebody else. Somebody else not named Z.
No. Genesis asked me, and Genesis is still a you. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
this is
Never
true.
mind. No, his arm could catch on fire there because he's holding both sides of the shield. He's not actually holding the shield correctly. So yes, his arm could, in theory, light on fire there. That is a very impossible angle.
And then the
for, like,
arm
liquid to
transferring
get
the
to.
flames to other people by just punching them like that?
Zero chance.
Okay.
I don't think that's zero chance.
Fire doesn't transfer that quick. If you take a match and you like wave your shirt over it, it's not gonna catch fire.
If you got extra liquid on your arm, it can.
Well, I don't think that any of those dudes. Yeah, nobody else has extra liquid on their arm.
He does.
It doesn't matter because it's not.
Maybe he soaked his arms in gasoline.
The amount of gasoline you would have to have on you to transfer fire.
He'd get third-degree burns while punching people. He wouldn't
Maybe
be worth
soaked
it.
in oil.
It's not the point. Like, if I have gasoline on me and I touch somebody else, it's only transferring part of it. You would have to supersaturate whatever you touch in an instant, and the fire would have to transfer. I don't think that's possible. It could be.
He has gasoline packs lined on his arm.
I don't understand how he's alive. I mean, they can write whatever they want in this film. That's just, nobody's gonna convince me he got hit with 9 50 cal shots, fell into a river full of viruses and bacteria and shit.
Adam's credit, it is a cool scene.
Okay, real quick, just rewatch the trailer. Fire does not transfer to other people. When he's hitting them, when he's hitting them, it's just sparking a little bit because his arm is moving.
It looked like they were transferring over to other people.
Other people are on fire.
Other people are on fire because of the Molotov around them. So.
Alright, but yeah, nobody's gonna convince me he survived 9 50 cal shots to the body.
Oh yeah, that's the most unrealistic thing about this trailer. That's the only thing that's super unrealistic for me.
Yeah, and when he's in the bed, like when he's got the mask on, he's looking.
Reason his arm caught on fire is because his arm is sticking out to the side, and the Molotov hit the side of the shield.
Oh.
So.
The scene where he's in the bed, sick, like after they're trying to get him back.
He's got a beard and shit, and he has no scars.
That's what I was gonna say. They have a tube down his throat, and that's it. I'm like, this man would have been legitimately a fucking vegetable at this point. You're telling me all he has is a fucking tube down his throat, and he's got a beard on him now? Oh, okay, all right, cool.
Okay, if he didn't drown, then I'd be like, maybe.
Adam,
the fact that he didn't even
have to drown. He fell into the, what do they call it? The Gunga, whatever the fucking name of that river is. That river is the most dirtiest, shit-infested river in India. He just has to touch the water, and he's already infected with over 500 different diseases.
I mean, again, if the man was shot at literally everywhere, and he coughed up blood, because he was shot in the neck, and he couldn't really speak. And then he fell in the water. And I was like, this is only getting one movie. And I'm like, if they make a second one, it's a prequel. Then the second one's coming out, and it's like, he fought his way back. What? Desinoda, do you have a recommendation for me?
Yeah.
Oh, what is it?
I believe it's on your list already.
Uh-huh.
Of a
I
recommendation.
gave Genesis 2 choices last week, so that is allowed.
Is nobody gonna recommend me something this week?
What do you mean?
Did I get a recommendation already?
Oh, fuck. Wait a minute.
Yeah, I didn't. Nobody recommend. I was like, nobody gonna recommend me something this
We're
week?
getting to you. Hold on.
Oh, somebody has to do 2? Well, how the fuck does this work?
Mm. I recommended Kevin Bluey.
What's up?
I said I recommended you Bluey. Although I don't know if you really want to give me a recommendation because I don't know if I'll be on the podcast next week.
Yeah, baby thing. Why the
Yeah.
fuck wouldn't you? What the fuck?
What?
Huh.
Is Kevin recommending him something?
No.
No, he's just ignored this week.
Eh.
Wow, I wrote this up early and I'm looking at it still and I don't understand the issue.
What?
I didn't get a recommendation, Kevin. Y'all recommended each other, and then nobody gave me a recommendation.
Well, you
but
got
again,
a recommendation from me last week.
Yeah.
And then 2 weeks ago, you got a recommendation from Kevin and Desinodo.
Yeah, because we were doing the wheel, and it wasn't everybody like.
Yeah.
Yeah, it hasn't been consistent from the beginning.
No, last week, I got Genesis. Genesis got Desinodo. Desinodo got you, Kevin. And Kevin, you got me.
Yeah.
So it worked out that week. It's just, yeah, no Genesis this week.
Well, the week
Genesis,
before that, didn't I recommend him
yeah,
RE4
yeah,
demo? And
he
then
was
You did.
recommended 2 things that week because of the
Yeah, you did.
wheel.
That's okay.
And then
Like I
last
said,
week it worked out where everyone got one, and this week, fuck you.
That's okay. Hey, listen, it might be, for a good cause at that point, since I might not be able to do anything
Hey,
as
you
it
know
is.
what? Jormungand. There you go.
Sure.
All right, I got it. You're on again. Thank you.
All right, Desinoda, what are the recommendations you have for me?
Alright, so it's between
Betwixt. It's betwixt.
Mr. Robot
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Robot.
and Taboo.
Oh, yeah, okay. Oh,
Get
honestly,
some.
I'm so deep into Fringe. I don't know if I want to start Mr. Robot and Taboo. It doesn't come. The second season's not coming for another 2-3 years. No. Oh! Okay,
Maybe not that
I'll.
long. Probably another year
Yeah, but also
and a
British,
half,
so like
maybe.
7.5.
Mm,
They'll put out 18 more years of 1 or 2 seasons. All right, I'll
yeah.
watch one of them. I'll get back. Maybe I'll watch both. I'll get back to you.
Okay.
Maybe I'll watch all of Taboo. Also, I'm gonna pronounce it Taboo because that's funny.
Baboon.
It's
So
only, I think, 6 or 8 episodes. I think
yeah,
we checked.
yeah, it's not long.
Baboon.
Yeah. Get some Tom Hardy.
Jormungand. Yeah,
Get some baboon in
you
you.
get Jormungand from Kevin.
I get some baboon in me.
All right, cool. Week 3, Desinoda, you get to watch Extraction. I was gonna give you Bullet Train or whatever the fuck that movie was, but then I was like,
I do. I
maybe.
do want to watch that too.
Yeah,
Actually.
that's why I felt like I wouldn't do it because I
I
felt
think
like
I
you were
want to
gonna do
watch
it on your
Bullet
own.
Train as well. I've seen a commercial trailer for it, and I was like, it doesn't
Well,
look bad.
get back to us on that.
Also, Mr. Robot is on Prime Video.
Oh, okay, cool. Thank you.
All 4 seasons.
Oh, that's exciting. Yeah, Desinoda, you get Extraction. Genesis, you gave Kevin Bluey. Desinoda, you gave me Mr. Robot or Taboo. And Kevin, you gave Desinoda DuckTales. The wildest pick of the week. And Genesis, Jormungand. So, There you go. Everybody happy with the recommendations? What they got?
I'm happy. Please don't hold it against me if I can't watch it because I have a child coming.
Hey, that's okay.
You haven't watched it yet, so it's okay.
Also,
Oh, get shit on, buddy.
also that, yeah. Also, next week's podcast, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, if things happen where this child comes either this weekend or early next week, podcast will be
Canceled.
canceled next week. Yeah, and
So,
if it doesn't happen, we have it. Then obviously the baby did not come yet.
yeah, so Genesis and I talked, and he was like, "Oh, are we going to delay the podcast or whatever?" And I'm like, "No, well, let's cancel it like we did for Anya, because I think it's funny that the only time we ever cancel a week of a podcast instead of delay is because of a child is born." Which is so funny to me. I don't know why. I just find that hysterical that these four dudes meet up every Tuesday, no matter what, unless a child is born. Unless one of them put in a donation to make a child. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'm not
the
going to give
make a
you
ch-
credit for making the child. Your wife's doing all that work. But,
the make a
like,
ch- oh,
that's why I said put in a donation. You know what I mean?
the Make a Child Foundation.
The Make a Child Fund. We call it the instead of make a wish. This is Make a Child Day Off. Make a Child Day Off sounds weird as fuck. But yeah, if we're not streaming next Tuesday, that means Genesis's wife popped.
You're correct.
So,
If we are here, she is not yet ready.
and if you see a very short episode on that Tuesday, maybe she pops in the middle of it.
Correct.
Maybe you should
Yes.
tune in. You never know. Babies can be born at any moment. When's the actual expected date? Like, when's the?
So originally it was supposed to be April 29th, and
Oof,
then
not making
it
it to
got
then.
pushed all the way to April 10th. It is going to be after April 10th, but it's sometime during that week. We just don't
I
know yet.
I still think April 16th. I've always thought April 16th. So
Okay. Okay.
it's just what I thought. So
I'll get
I
behind
did think
that.
the 13th for a second, but I don't like the 13th. Wanted to go 16th.
Okay.
But
All right.
that's just where I am.
Alrighty.
Not saying that I knew anything about this. I already knew a child would be born. I already knew it would be a girl, and I already knew everything else.
Listen, you
So
called a
let's
lot of stuff.
see. Hey, and here
Um,
I thought you were impotent. So
um,
gotcha.
I think we're gonna call it. It's about 1 a.m. in the morning. So thank you to everybody who tuned into the podcast this week. As always, you can catch us on Tuesdays at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on twitch.tv/craftingandchat, youtube.com/starting too late. And we'll see you guys maybe or maybe not next week. But you can find us always on Tuesdays after that. Well, obviously it's a week off like we explained before if it'll happen, but if not, we'll see you next week. Everybody take care. Be safe out there. Enjoy the nice weather now. It's getting better out there. You guys will like tomorrow's the first 70-degree weather I think we've had in months. So yeah, have a nice night everybody and take care. Bye-bye.
Please catch us next week. We're falling.
Kevin, no. Kevin, how many times have we talked about that?
Please
We're
catch
not,
us next
we're
week.
not falling.
Falling.
Hey, it's a good
All
time to
right.
pop. You know what I mean?
Yes. I have to ask. I was gonna figured it's already 1 a.m. and I know Kevin you got work tomorrow and Destino I know Destino Omer you got work tomorrow so